wonderful world.
And it'll be
So-
a cold day in hell.
It will be a cold day in hell.
Cold day
And cut.
Okay there, Rusty.
on Rusty's ceiling.
You all right, buddy?
Doing good.
Someone dropped him.
There wasn't much.
Scratched something off my back, and it turned out to be the floor.
Yeah.
It's slippery.
It is a little slippery, especially when wet. Oh, speaking of wet, we were at the Renaissance Festival today, and it was as dry as a nun's. Anyway, hi, we're Mid-Dice Crisis. You can get this quality content every week.
Whether you want it or not.
Right.
Exactly. There is no consent for your ears. I'm sorry.
You can keep ignoring us. We'll keep making content.
As I've stated before, we are the IKEA of tabletop role-playing games. We're always around, we're cheap, and we're very difficult to put together. But we're here every week. So tune in and subscribe and like and comment and do all those wonderful things on all the socials in the doobly-doos down below. And if you want to throw us some coffee money, I wouldn't be opposed.
Spoken like a true Washingtonian.
Washingtonian.
Coffee's expensive.
Coffee is expensive.
Beer
I do have
Some of
one
us go for beer money.
little announcement to make. Just a reminder that next week will be our next to last show before we take a 2-week break. I'll remind you guys. Actually, yeah,
Next week.
next Sunday is our last show. So when
Not
you're watching,
forever.
when
Not
you're
forever.
watching this, yeah, when you're watching this is our official 2-week
The
cutoff.
21st will be our last show for 2 weeks.
Yes, thank you. Because Justin will be on a boat.
I'm
having
on a
fun
boat!
for 1 week, and then the next week I'm going to be in Seattle, performing at, and I can say it now. I'll be performing at Everfree Northwest.
Everfree Pony.
It is indeed a My Little Pony convention. Those who know Everfree Northwest know that it's one of the bigger pony conventions, and my band the Wonderbolts will be playing there for the first time. So if you want to come see the loudest rock and roll pony cover band from Texas, come see me, come get a hug. I also I know Justin is going to be there Friday.
I know nothing about My Little Pony, but he is awesome.
And Eddie is going to be there Saturday. So chances to actually see us in the real world.
Yeah. If you see us and recognize us, don't throw anything at us. Just
Don't hold
maybe
back.
Maybe a hug. We're very lonely people.
I have seen every episode of the new My Little Pony, plus like the Netflix stuff and everything. Because
Do you
I
remember
have a
the-
daughter.
Great.
Do you
Yeah.
do you remember the 1980s My Little Pony when they all looked like bee stings?
Yeah, no, it's
They were all
I remember
Clydesdales.
that. That was
They were all
I was
Clydesdales.
around then. But
They were all
Clydesdales
Clydesdales
aren't ponies.
and the tiny Clydesdales are,
Young
Clydesdales are
Clydesdales.
huge.
but they look like a
They're
cross between.
foals.
They look like a cross between Clydesdales and Belgian drafts, but that's neither here nor there.
Says the actual pony expert of our group. My little brony, my little. Oh, anyway. So yeah, getting back on track because our records keeper Riona the Cold, according to your your name there, called us monkeys and told us to get on with circus. So
Someone has to
Totally
keep you
fair.
guys in line.
Yes. Yes.
You can certainly try.
to borrow a phrase. So
All right, let's do this thing. Let's go to hell and lay waste or
We're already there.
TPK.
Or we could just
You've been
grab
to
our
it.
friend and leave.
Seriously, if we grab him, turn around and go back to the portal, Scrack will go hunt that woman down and you can eat her.
That sounds good.
Look, I
You
got
got, like,
Scrack on
what?
board.
A 300-foot head start on them.
It was 120. I wrote it down.
I've been traveling for a week.
Note taker. No, don't you even try that.
mhm.
Demon expert right here.
So
All right.
yes.
But time moves
Yes.
differently in hell, and he's been there for a month now. That's the way it's gonna be. Like,
So the way time works, and I believe I discussed this with the ranger of your group. Ranger.
I mean, I am the
Use.
ranger who's an expert in portals and realms, so it makes
Whatever.
sense as a realm walker.
whatever.
It does. It does. Woo, that was
Ah,
a little
oh
too
God.
late. Sorry. Sorry. Woo. Oh, that's better. Sorry about that. Woo, maybe a
Did
little.
you get a
loud.
sunburn?
Yeah, I did. But you guys don't have to worry about that because where you are, it's cold and it's dark. Oh my gosh. So last week, Rusty voluntarily ish walked directly into a portal that was shut down 21 years ago by the followers of Levistus. Those followers built a town around it and used or siphoned off the magical energies from this hell portal and lived life until these guys came along and were like, this is pretty good. We get some rest, we get some relaxation, maybe find Riona's dad. All the while, slowly but surely, Rusty was being set up to go and visit someone
Mhm.
because
He's a sucker.
well,
It's just nice to feel wanted for a change.
many times.
I mean, without the posters.
Many times throughout this campaign, you've all said, well, we're all together to find Riona's father. Well, guess what? You found Riona's dad. He was frozen in that portal. But she wasn't the main thing. A lot of machinations have happened since the very first to get Rusty. Somehow, some way. And now you followed him through this hell portal. This is a desolate, cold wasteland. Crumbling structures everywhere, built upon layers. Multiple cities surround almost in a 360-degree tube-like fashion. The wind is whipping through, snowflakes everywhere. And as you are walking forward, the ice cold nature of this hits you. Even those who are a little warmer due to, say, being a tree lady, a hardy dwarf, or even an overstuffed owlbear who got a little complacent and got drugged.
He's a house
he-
cat.
He was eating his feelings.
He was eating his feelings. When he can't rage, he eats. Although there is nothing to buffer any cold from you guys now, the only one who doesn't feel any of the cold is Rusty, as his boots crunch down on the snow and ice. He begins to hear the bitching coming from behind him.
A little bit of, Rusty, come back. It's too cold.
Rusty, buddy.
Those stupid motherfuckers.
Rusty, why are we here?
Why the hell are they here?
Rusty, why are we here?
I have my dad I'm a tree, I'm a dad, and I put my dad on Scrack saying, Scrack, can you hold him for a moment? I'm gonna go grab our gnome. And I just kind of set him on him because he's a human and I doubt he's gonna be resilient against the snow. And I sprint towards Rusty with Zephyr Strike, which gives me 120 speed.
Hits.
Your movement is normally at 120.
Mhm.
I'm not going to penalize you. You just got here. You just felt the bracing cold. But each snowflake that hits you at that speed feels like paper cuts across your skin.
Gonna just
Wow,
run up
even
to
as
Rusty.
your little hardy oak.
Even as a dryad, it's gonna hurt. And I'm
Hell
gonna catch up
sucks.
to him. And I just look at you like, why are we here? Why did you go?
I think it's quite obvious why I'm here. What are you guys doing here?
Because you went through the portal and we're a group. We stick together. We don't separate, remember?
Yeah, you guys are stupid.
Yes, we are. We're a group of stupid people. It's who we are.
I have to be here. You guys don't.
Rusty, did you know that my dad didn't fall when you went through, so you going through was useless? It wasn't until I gave the shard and my blood that he was able to come down.
The shard?
I found this shard of ice in my dad's book. So you going through did nothing. You were going to be walking in by yourself. We weren't going to be able to follow you until I did that.
And your point is?
You're being stupid like Torsten and self-sacrificing. And you agreed with me that was stupid.
I'm here for my own reasons. It doesn't involve you guys. You should go back.
You're the key. We can't get through without you, remember?
I thought Paula's head was the key.
You mean the head that's frozen back there on the ground that's doing nothing? It didn't do anything.
Did you even try?
Because we're not going back without you. We're not going to try without you.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the other stupid people.
Why do you need to be here?
Just pick him up and back.
Why do you need to be here?
Yep, set him down.
So, you know how I'm kind of a warlock with one of the Archdukes of Hell as my patron?
It's not
I
news.
kind of forgot that, but okay.
Yes, Torsten, you have a question?
Sorry guys, I'm freezing my bejeebies off, and I know I know Riona's dad has got to be cold. So you guys step back just a little bit. Just make sure you're standing a little let's talk in a little circle, and I got to push everybody back to about 6 feet or 6 feet, standing apart from each other, and I cast flaming sphere like right in the middle of us, so we have a nice little heat source. And I'm like, okay, guys, we got a minute to talk. I've got flaming sphere warming us.
So as you cast this, the ball of fire, right,
Big beacon.
big beacon, right in the center of you, and you feel the initial blast of heat, and then it's almost like it's just a pretty light. Doesn't feel like it's giving off any warmth. You have to get in so close.
Almost burn ourselves.
It's almost to the point where you can see tiny wisps before they're taken by the winds of smoke coming off of your clothes, because you're so close to it to feel any warmth.
This is bullcrap.
I'm gonna go over to Rusty and look, we're not gonna go back without you. And I don't know how else to prove to you or tell you that we need you. You're part of the group. And if you need us to walk through this, we're gonna freeze to death and die. But you can't go without us. You know this. And the only thing I can think to do is this. And I drop Dryad and I'm on my knees in front of you, taking your hand with my now 3 fingers, and then like, and then I use my other hand, and I look at you and I'm like, Rusty, I can't go back without you. Please don't make me have to choose. But
This is
he's not going
something
to survive here.
I have to do.
I understand that, but can you not do it
Why?
alone?
Why do you
Can we
have
go
to
back
do
and
this?
prepare?
I have been summoned.
By who?
Summoned by your patron?
Yes.
Who said you were summoned? Did
Well-
you hear it from him directly?
Yes, Torsten.
If he summoned you, he summoned us all. Let's go.
Then you're all
won't.
gonna die.
We're all gonna die, Skrek. We can't survive in this cold. I don't even have my armor on. Look at Haskar. He has no armor on. My dad's freezing to death on your back.
Did you say Haskar is still in his night clothes?
Yeah.
Freaking cold.
Torsten, the Viking who's, is gonna freeze to death. And I can't, well, I could bring him back, but I don't want to bring him back, okay? So we need to go back.
I agree. You guys need to go back.
We need to go back, Rusty. Please. If I say this and you die, I'm gonna feel like crap because I said it to Max and then he left me, and then I said it to Echo and he died, but I love you and I don't want you to go on your own. Please
Yeah,
come back.
People that love me tend to end up dead, so
Join the club.
Is your patron so powerless that he can't wait a little bit for your presence?
he seems to have gone out of his way to invite me.
He also knows that you got shit to do. I mean, your whole deal with him is to get him souls. You've got him one.
You know how you cut off your hand and was willing to walk down a flaming corridor for
Yeah.
your god?
Remember how you said that was stupid and suicidal and you were on my side and
I was
agreed
gonna
with
say,
me?
remember how you
Yeah,
and Riona
but
decided
that
to
was
almost kill me?
I'm me.
That somehow make you different?
I love you more than I love Torsten. I'm not gonna
I'm
let
not
you
cold.
go.
Hey, I hate to interrupt. I'm really cold. Can we find some shelter or something soon?
Yeah. So is there anything around us? What's
Yeah,
around
there's
us?
shelter just on the other side of that portal.
So as far as your surroundings, as I said, there are crumbling constructs of buildings built upon buildings, cities built upon cities.
I'm sitting on my knees in the cold, still holding Rusty's hands, probably shivering like a little blue popsicle. Like, please, We need to
How-
go back.
How far are we from the portal?
I'd say about, you were following him, I'd say probably about 40, 50 feet.
Come on, you idiots. Let's go.
You promise you're gonna come?
No.
I'm not moving from this spot until you promise you'll come with.
I'm walking towards the portal.
I'm sitting in the snow.
Rihanna, let's at least go to the portal. If we're gonna have to make a dramatic last stand, let's make it at the portal.
So, Riona, you're in your human form.
In the
Scrack, you don't
snow.
have any protection like clothing or boots.
I've got my.
We need
I've
to
got-
put those boots on Scrack.
I've
Oh,
got my.
yeah.
I've got my
That makes
Riona
me-
scarves just like wrapped all the way around my head with like 2 little eyeballs.
I'll get up and I'm gonna go to Scrack and produce flame and stand as close as I
As
can to
you-
Dad.
As you get up, Riona and Scrack, as you begin to move your feet, having stood in one place, you can feel the first layer of your skin rip off. I'm not even gonna say a hit point gone, but you get the idea.
It hurts.
Let's keep it
And-
moving, guys.
I'm barefoot too.
Mm-hmm. So Scrack,
Mm-hmm. Losing some fur there, Scrack. We'll go back to the portal.
as you all turn, the portal that you walked into was skin and sinew twisted and mal-shaped with lanterns hanging on the side and 3 skulls, 2 of which smaller than the one in the center and blindfolded. This one, not quite as terrifying. It is in the same direction that you came from. It's in the same place that you came from, but it does not look like that. It is just layer upon layer of segmented pieces of chitinous and snow-clad gateway arch. There is a difference, though, as far as what you can see through the portal. Before, you couldn't see what lay on the other side. This time you can. Instead of cities and absolute darkness and snow, you can see that there's light. Still a frozen tundra, but void of any structures. Just through that gate.
Knowing portals and realms for the most part, wavering there, would I know that going back through might take us to another realm? Or just because
I
it
will
comes
say-
in?
I will say, because you are not greatly experienced in that, you can suss out that doesn't go home.
This isn't the way home then. Just another cold place.
Is there a way to change the channel on these things, Rusty?
I'm gonna keep moving so that my skin doesn't stick to the snow as best as possible.
Do I look like some kind of portal expert to you?
We don't know.
That's fair.
I'm gonna stick my hand through the portal.
Okay. Still cold.
As cold or normal cold?
At this point, your hand's probably tingling already from the cold.
Is it a different kind of cold though? Is it like I'm ice cold and it goes a little like I can sense it's warm or
Okay.
cold?
The only
I
thing
know.
that you can sense by sticking your hand through
Mm-hmm.
is that it's still attached and it's not as windy and there's no snowstorm.
So we can't get back home this way, guys. But there's no storm on that side. Do you want to portal hop till we find home? Maybe this will be the jump home.
God damn it.
Rusty's got something to do, and
We
if
can't.
he has to do it,
We won't be able to survive here. I mean, Scrack, look at my feet. Look at your feet.
let's find a way.
God. I jumped through the portal.
Sure.
All right.
Does it change or is it still the same?
Fire. No, just kidding.
It's like each time it's like a channel that just changes every time we go through it.
I'll go through.
I'll go through.
I'll grab Haskar and
So as you all go through the portal, the lack of wind and snow is no longer hitting you. You can see where it hits against where the portal is, but then diverts.
Shit, did we leave Riona's father back there?
He's on top of Scrack.
He's on me.
Still here, still cold. If I could get just a little warmer, please.
We're
I'm
looking,
not used to
Dad.
this.
I know, Dad.
Your head has been frozen for like what? 21
whole-
years?
Body, yes. Why do you think I still look as good as I do?
Yeah, you don't look the same as you used to. We're gonna have to talk about that too.
Oh, yeah.
Not now. Rusty, is there?
Yeah, just 10 minutes. Just hold on. And I begin ritual casting tiny hut.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Just like stomp around or something.
I was gonna say I'm gonna scout around and get a good idea of what's around us
Okay.
here.
So you can't see actual sun, but the sky is illuminated. There are mountains in the distance. Not the wide, girthy mountains that you've come across before, not the thick boys and girls,
Mhm.
but more slender and jagged, and crooked and tall. You realize that there is no ground beneath you. You are walking on ice, and you can see deep gouges where it has cracked away, but you can't see how far down, because even if you had your owl mask on, even if you had true sight, you cannot penetrate the depths.
With how thick this ice is.
Yes,
All
it
right.
looks white and a little bit of brown shading to it, just from dirt and debris that has blown across it before. But where those deep cracks are, it is almost a opalescent blue.
You know, if my wasn't like my legs weren't like shredded to hell and frostbitten, it probably would look really pretty right now. I'm gonna keep walking.
It looks very serene. But there is an area to your right, probably a few hundred feet, that is not covered in ice. It just looks like a black scar going across the landscape. You can't see how far it is in either direction because the horizon dips to either side before you can see. And you're not really sure about what it is until you see something floating. And you realize it's a river, a black river.
It's a few hundred feet away. Has it been 10 minutes or no?
We'll say 10 minutes, yeah.
I'll say if it hasn't been 10 minutes, my butt's going over that way. If it's not, I'm heading back.
500 feet, go for it if you want.
500 feet?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll go back to the hut. I'm too cold to die out in the ice alone. I'll let the group know when I get back, though.
Okay. You're muted, Rusty.
Me dome, su dome.
As you enter the tiny hut, do you have it as a balmy, sweltering, or
It is
infernal?
comfortable.
It is comfortable. What do you define as comfortable?
That's up to Wizards of the Coast.
68 degrees with a night
60.
breeze.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay, so as you step into this 68-degree bubble, it feels like your skin is on fire. Your eyes begin watering, your nose begins dripping. Scrack looks like he has 2 green snakes coming out of his face. It's not pretty, and you all suddenly need to pee.
Nobody pee in front of me, please.
Too late.
You're fine, Rusty.
As long as she
Turn her-
keeps looking straight.
I just turn around and go back outside to pee.
Probably shouldn't have eaten asparagus today.
You hear a "Oh God!" as Askar comes in, and he's holding himself in a way, and there's this yellow icicle.
Just gonna skip past that and go to my dad and remove him from Scrack, setting him on the ground.
He is sitting there. He crosses his legs as best as he can. He has a very plain outfit. He has a dark, possibly blue, possibly black long sleeve shirt that it is rolled up over his elbows. He has a couple of leather bracelets and rings. He has the shirt is tucked into his pants, which are a very deep dark brown in color, and he has some plain black boots on. His belt, it has some leather strapping that it looks like it used to hold things.
Appearance wise, though, he looks nothing like the man I used to know, the paunch
He
balding
has-
farmer.
No, he has a swimmer's body, comparable to Torsten, actually, in his build. But he's not. He's hunched over simply because he's trying to warm up.
Mhm.
But you can tell he is very, very well preserved for his age, even 21 years ago. His dark straight hair falls into his face, still having flecks of ice and snow in it. He looks up at you with very piercing blue eyes and a very manicured beard across his face. And as his hair is over his eyes, he's just looking at you. I guess I owe you a couple of things. Thanks and condolences. Which do
think
you
you
want
will.
first?
I think you owe me quite a lot. And the first thing I want is an explanation. I think all of us want explanation, seeing how they wouldn't even be here saving you or helping me save you from that block of ice if you hadn't left me 6 years ago. Or wait, now it's 27 years ago.
Has it been that long?
You were frozen supposedly for 21 years and then you left me for 6.
Huh.
But I'm only 22. Haven't aged.
Now-
Yeah.
I have promised Rayona that we won't kill you unless. So
And I can tell you right now, Rusty, there's a lot you can live through.
don't unless, okay?
Not sure what that means, but I'll try my best.
Please.
All right.
Okay.
So, are we in hell? I really hope we're
Yes.
not in hell.
We're in hell.
This is not just really far north.
I think you don't get to ask any questions until all mine are answered.
Fair
It might
enough.
be really far north.
Fair enough. Okay. Shoot.
Did you curse mom? And don't lie.
What do you mean curse mom?
I mean, the woman I met in the magic forest who's turning into an insane tree-int person said that you poisoned her and left her in the woods. Did you do that?
I believe they prefer the term dryad. You should know that.
I do. And I am a dryad, and why didn't you ever tell me that?
Wasn't really sure if you were.
Well, I am. And why did you tell me mom was dead? And when I found that woman, is that my mom?
Okay. So I may have othered a little bit when you were younger. But I mean, you do crazy stuff for those you care about. No, I didn't curse your mom. There were things going on with her. You could call it a curse, but I was trying to find a way to preserve her, stop what was going on, and then I got caught up in some other things, and then found out about this cult that was trying to undo what we had undone years ago, and then Max. And did you know Davidos died?
Did you know that I brought him back and then we let him die in a tree again?
I have
you
a
know-
pinch of him in the book.
Yeah. Did you know he was a skinwalker living in the town the entire time? And I didn't even know you guys were friends. Did you know that I went hungry for years and there was all that gold hidden under the thing?
I left you notes.
Under a barn.
No. In your books. Look, you were always so studious and you read those books over and over and over and over and over. Remember the one that I told you about, the lost treasure, and how the lessons I told you about, sometimes the most far-flung fantasy is closer to home than you think. I mean, did you find the key? You had to have noticed my writing is not exactly what you'd call, penmanship standard.
They pull out everything that I've had. All the notes he wrote.
Just
Everything.
Just so
dumping
you
it.
guys
Yeah.
know, this bubble only lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been a couple of minutes, but sure. Let's okay. So here's the thing. I have a lot of sensitive material that I wrote in code.
I hold up the book. Oates deciphered it. Sir Oates.
I don't know who the Sir Oates is.
My
but,
llama.
Just run with it. It's okay.
He talks
If
like
you
Scrack.
dwell on this,
You've
yeah.
missed a lot. You missed this, but I did that to get you out.
oh, hang on. And he reaches inside of his shirt and pulls out a half of a finger. I think this is yours then.
Is it my middle one? Because you can keep it.
Not
Hmm.
really sure. Here.
Backpack. Don't care at the moment.
All right.
I leaned
So-
over to Rusty. I'm like, does this place have popcorn? We could really use some popcorn right now.
it does not.
Hey, Torsten, did you know I have a passive perception of 20 and I'll kick you out of this bubble real quick?
That bubble is big enough for a lot more people than what is currently in here, even if Scrack is taking up about a third of it. But the warmth does hit you. And you do start feeling more comfortable. Scrack, I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con save.
Please don't throw up in my bubble.
9.
9. You're just sitting there listening to this, and the typical Scrack reaction of "I'm bored now" starts to kick in. Your head starts drooping a little bit. One of the eyes but the drugged food that had gotten you down still a little in your system, and now this nice warm bubble. You don't have to go to sleep if you don't want to. You can fight it.
I'm enraptured. I'm
We have a lot to talk about, and as Rusty says, we only have 8 hours, and we still have to figure out what we're doing.
7
So-
hours and 35 minutes.
Oh crap. Okay. So let me explain. No,
Here's
there's too much.
all the
Let me sum up.
notes.
Okay, let me sum up. You were the farm girl that I left behind because your mother had a curse and really loved her. So I thought I could save her. I figured you'd be good at the farm. And then I got pulled into this stupid war where I met, and he points over at Haskar. Him found out that he was from Jessup's Nest. So sorry, I suggested that he go and take care of you until I got back, thinking that I wouldn't be gone that long. Then I got pulled into another series of events, and then the end of the world happened, and I've been running around trying to collect items to try to reverse this, because I can't really in good conscience. You okay? We're in an enclosed space. Are you contagious?
nope. I'm good.
It's the least
Okay.
of your worries right now, Dad. Or are you even my dad? Because I'm just a farm
Yes.
girl.
Okay, so if we're going to put all of our cards on the table, you are not my biological daughter. I love you though.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Funny way of showing it.
Yeah, thanks, Bear Rug.
Hey,
Don't-
how about we jump to the point and you tell us who her real father is real
Say
quick?
that again.
Bear Rug?
Scrack, please do not eat my dad. Or
So,
you know what? Let's just put this on the table. Scrack, don't eat Justice.
I
Need
want to
answers.
walk over to Scrack and start scratching him behind the ears.
Look, you have no place to talk to my friends that way. His name is Scrack, and he saved
Scrack,
my
nice
life.
to meet you. You are? Points at Torsten.
Torsten. Well, let's call him a friend. You know,
Okay.
Hasgar. And then there's
Yeah,
Rusty.
I got Haskar. There's Rusty.
I tear up a little bit at the friend.
Yeah, I'm pissed off that we're here dealing with this.
Hey, I appreciate you getting me down. So funny way of showing it. Scrack. Yeah. I've always been the outsider, the loner. I never actually wanted to be a part of anything, but I have certain skills that come in handy. So Riona, hi. Justice Hyrath. And at that time, he kind of squinches his face a little bit and he turns into what you remember him.
I tear up, but I don't take his hand. Do I believe everything he's been telling me so far?
Roll an insight check.
26.
He's being honest. In his muddled trying to get through this, just got out of one frozen prison into another, and now he's warm for the first time and who knows how long. Yeah, and he's feeling a little heat right now, not just temperature wise, because he has a whole group of people going, we don't like you. And he has nothing to protect himself with.
Did you take a Dragon Ball?
took about 9 of them.
Where are they?
Your guess is as good as mine at this point.
9. You selfish bastard took 9 and left those people. You broke in there and left them. At least when I was there, we helped them get out away from the demons, even if Paula doesn't like us.
But
We were a
Use-
week behind you.
nice.
I punch him in the face.
Roll for it.
Which hand are you using?
Yeah.
my 2-fingered hand. Let's see. Okay. That's only +5, so let's hope I roll good. 21.
21. Let's
How much damage does she take?
Well, he
Let
takes
me,
2 points of unarmed damage of just sucker punching him in the face.
Okay. I rolled to dodge it and failed. So he sees it coming and he's like, and you see the jowls of the man you used to know as father. And he's like, I didn't teach you that.
You know what else you didn't teach me? And I sit there and bonus action, primal savage. Teeth go long, eyes go black, nails go long, and I just sit there staring at him.
Actually, I
Hey,
might have taught
hey,
you that one. He runs his hand over his face, and between his fingers, as his face changes, you see white flesh, like stark white, until he's back to the way he was a few minutes prior.
so
Why?
back to my question.
Yeah.
Her father, like the real one.
She doesn't have a father. Like biological. She doesn't have one.
How was I born?
Same way your mom was.
That answers no questions.
All right, look. So,
Was she grafted onto new rootstock?
in a way, she was of roots. Okay, so there's a tree that grows underground, and it has fruit that, well, it develops a kind of a dryad-like creature. It's hard to describe. Found her years and years ago. Oh God, lots of years ago now. 21?
22.
22. Yeah. So I'm not
24?
talking about you, Rihanna. I'm talking about Ava. So I found her when I was I was a treasure hunter for a while. And I was young and stupid, and I thought the rope would be fine, even if it was just tied several times in places. 50 feet only gets you so far. You have to keep tying, and knots aren't exactly my specialty at that point. Needless to say, I found a tree, and I found your mom, and she looked like a little girl when I found her. And as I traveled for weeks trying to get out of the caverns, she continued to grow. And yeah.
Why can't I remember my childhood, but my mom can?
I don't know. What do you know?
Did you do something?
No. I only use the mental Huda Majuj on Haskar over there. Haskar at this point is just staring him down. Sorry about that, by the way. I just figured you were hurt. You were going to be sent back.
You figured you could pawn me off on someone else.
No, more like a babysitter. Till I got back.
I wouldn't have needed a babysitter if you.
I know. I didn't mean to be gone so long. I didn't. But hey, we're here.
It's not like
So
it's the end of the world or anything.
that's my point right now. So those 9 Dragon Balls that you say that I'm selfish for taking, I took those Dragon Balls because they weren't going to use it. I had written letters, and I tried to get some people from my old crew to help me, and like I said, one of them was dead. Your mom is somewhere. I can't find her anymore. Max thought it was stupid idea, but I got the ones I could get, and with the help of
Stop right there.
Hmm.
Are you telling me that Max knew you were going to take the 9 Dragon Balls?
no, he didn't know that. I didn't want to let him know that. I just told him I was going to try to find artifacts so I could close the gate. I do know that that gate obviously isn't completely closed, or else those idiots wouldn't have the powers to freeze me like they did. I mean, they kind of used me, and I was a little pissed off about that. So I started causing some havoc, and eventually they got the drop on me, and they couldn't keep me in a prison, so they put me there. Um,
I wonder what
At
it
least
feels
part of what
like.
he's saying there checks out.
Yeah, you know, I wonder what it feels like to be used and lied to.
oh, it's a horrible feeling. Happens to me all the time. Um,
You lied to
so
me.
only a little bit, only a little bit. I'm not your biological dad, but I never said I was.
That's not what I'm talking about.
About me coming home and the notes that I sent you, and let me see, what else did I screw up trying to raise you? The llamas, Hall and Oates. I remember them now. Okay.
I punch him again. Let's see. I rolled a natural 1. I'm too sad. Just
You like whiff, and he's like, ooh, okay, maybe I should have taught you. Okay. So hey, I'm not a good guy. I'm trying. It's kind of a repentance thing that I've been trying to do for 20 some, well, a long time. I've done a lot of horrible things. I'm trying to do good. And when I found out about these doors, oh doors. There's more than just the one. Do you guys you've been out there? Have you seen them?
I felt them.
How many did you feel?
Well, before Mom's forest, and we were stuck there for 21 years, supposedly, I felt like 2.
Forest?
It's a magic forest with a stupid unicorn in it. And because we were in it for 1 day, 21 years fucking skip forward.
Don't know about that one. I'm talking about these hell gates.
And I'm telling you, I feel hell gates and I sense demons. And I felt about 3 so far, not counting the one that's down below. Yes, I know, Torsten, I lied to you, but it wasn't important because I didn't know how to get to the portals.
That's why I say things like that. You did learn something from me.
You know what else I
Who's a
learned
good
from you?
scrack? Who's a good scrack?
I put the backpack in front of me. I pull out the papers from the tower, the fortress, set it down. I pull out 1 Dragon Ball. I pull out a 2nd Dragon Ball. I pull out all the little knickknacks that I took out of there.
Wait, that's what you had between your boobs?
Yes, this is Grumpy. This is, well, I'm going to call him Creepy, but he's real clingy too. And I shove everything back in there. I also learned a few tricks. Green flames.
And I'm sitting here grabbing onto Haskar,
Yeah.
trying to keep him from
Balls.
getting to the Dragon Balls.
It's not your balls. They're mine. It's not snow.
Precious, my precious.
Hey, Haskar, is it just me or is her balls bigger than yours?
Shut up, Rusty.
No.
Look, I don't know who you are, but the person I know is my dad. I want to believe you're him. I really do, because for 16 years, you were a pretty good guy, even if you let me go hungry.
Yeah, I don't really eat much. It's product of me being raised with no real money or food. Um, I can be anyone you want. And he begins to shift and change into different people,
Can you teach me that?
shifts back to the form that you know him more in recently. He's like, not really something you teach, more something that you are.
I change into a dryad in front of him. Like this. More something I am.
More something you are.
When I look at him with my true vision, do I see a changeling?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Almost a buzz cut of white hair, milk white eyes, pale skin.
Just looking at him with my green flame eyes, like, so that's what you really look like.
Yeah, I never liked it.
Do you know how to close portals?
Well, I was getting to that. So 9 Dragon Balls later. 2 is a good start, but I don't know if there are any more out there that we can find real quick.
Well, Hasgar's is missing, and I'm presuming someone took it.
And it wasn't me.
No, Rusty,
So-
it wasn't you.
You kids and Bear had in your possession 3 Dragon Balls.
Hasgar was using it for magic because magic didn't exist outside the city. I
That
had
does
2.
suck.
I had 2 to keep away from people because, well, I didn't want them to use it because they're not to be trusted. Outside source magic probably isn't the best kind of magic to use because it makes you look like that. And I thumb towards Hasgar, who's like probably scratching his arm, like magic.
So
And
he's
I'm just repeating dwarven proverbs about how you don't trust magic to him.
shut up, Torsten.
I'm trying to get Scrack to roll over so I can rub his belly.
He's gonna eat you.
Patronize me.
Hey, you can do what you want, or I take away the bubble.
When everybody looks over at Scrack, kind of
Roll
gives him that
over.
look of
Put my
Just-
hand on Rusty's chest and mush him into the snow.
Squish.
If you kill me, it goes away too.
Scrack, don't kill him. It's too cold out there.
So if you leave your bubble, it pops.
Yeah.
So I will
don't make
say,
him
as
leave
you
the portal.
pushed him down, his feet are still in the bubble.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're in hell because Rusty needs to talk to Levistus because he made a deal with him.
Oh, yeah. And you by now
We hear you
figured
met
out.
him.
Yeah. No, actually. So funny story. The power of those 9 orbs that I was using to close the gate. I had to have some people help me do that, and because I couldn't do it by myself. It was an experiment. I do that. I tinker. I try things.
Hey, we all experiment at one point or another in our lives.
Right. So, thing is, we were closing down the gate, right? And it was me and a few of the people that were, well, basically, the people that were running the show there. I don't know if they're the same people, probably. At this point, you can see he's still shaking and scratching. And as he lifts his sleeve a little bit, you can see sores that have long healed but left behind scars. So they helped with your patron Levistus, I'm assuming. I don't want to make assumptions and be wrong because that tends to lead to bad things. But yeah, they used their patron's power, and they used the Dragon Balls, the orbs of dragon kind, and I don't know exactly what happened to the orbs. They're supposed to be indestructible until, I don't know, the end of time. I don't know. I didn't look too close into that, but yeah, after they started shutting it down, they stopped, and instead of like closing it, they just sent like a small army through it instead. Um, we were having this trouble with these bugs and bug monsters, and that's where they were coming from, but they didn't really like the cold. So fortunate for us, it was kind of cold already there, and so we got a little bit of an upper hand. After that, they stopped their chanting and just left it like it was. And I don't know why they didn't close it permanently, just maybe because the power. Maybe there was something else that they wanted. I don't know. So here's an idea. Can we sleep a little bit? Because I'm really sleepy.
Did you just say that Levista sent a small army into the portal?
Yeah. They were all wearing like silks and some armor.
Rapiers?
Yeah, quite a few.
Could you see to the other side of the portal?
At that time, yeah.
It wasn't frozen at that point, was it?
No, it looked like it was on fire for the most part. Although, I've been in ice for so long, I didn't quite notice when we went through.
It's okay.
Rusty.
I pull my shawl off and I wrap it around Dad and say, "Go ahead and sleep.
Awesome.
Nobody kill him." And I look at everybody.
Is there
And don't you
something?
dare run.
Oh, I'm not running. I'm gonna snuggle up to the
I don't
bear.
think he'll
and
let you snuggle him.
You just told him not to kill me. So if your word carries as much weight as you've shown it does around here, then yeah, maybe I won't. Okay. He just kind of situates himself away from everybody and curls.
Hey, Torsten,
Yeah.
why don't you see if you can get any reception?
From here? Okay. um what am I trying to figure out?
If you can talk to your god.
If you do divine intervention, you want to ask him a question, ask him how to get home. That's what I vote.
Oh, don't cut off your other arm.
Ha, ha,
If
ha.
you do, can I do it?
Ha, 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 ha.
It might make me feel better.
Can I eat it?
Scrag,
You
are
guys-
hungry?
All but 2 fingers. Riona needs the 2 fingers.
You guys are the best frenemies a guy could never ask for.
We love
the
you
only
too.
family I have.
He called you a friend and family.
Or maybe, Riona, you have a lot of family that you don't know about.
Are you saying my dad's a man whore?
No, I'm saying you come from the fruit of the tree, which may be.
So just so you guys know, divine intervention doesn't hit me until level 10 as a cleric.
Oh, What do
Try
you
praying.
commune or whatever?
Yeah, well, I was fixing to say I'm going to I'm gonna grab my handy dandy book, uh and I'm just gonna open it and focus on my new holy symbol, which is my stump, uh and kind of go off into a corner and begin begin just beseeching the connection, as it
Well,
were.
it's a dome. It's round.
I'm gonna make a corner. So there, I draw. I take.
Religion for you folks. Finding a corner in a round room.
That's right.
Yeah, where the dome stops
Hmm.
against the ground, there's a corner right there.
Yeah, and that's where I'm gonna put my book. And that's
I'll take it as faith.
and yeah, I started reaching out with all with all faith and what clarity I can get at this point.
Try holding your book up higher.
Doesn't work that way, and it's a lot easier to concentrate without you talking.
While he's doing that, concentrating, I'm just gonna be behind him, poking him in the back of the head. Focus, focus, focus.
Hey, Rayona, can we talk? Well, he's
2 feet away.
I'll go over and talk with Rusty. What did you want to talk about? How you were gonna leave me in the snow?
we'll let Torsten do his praying and then we'll talk.
So I spend the next good however long, like in deep supplication ceremony, old school stuff. I am not emphatically not cutting myself.
I could cut you.
Stop it.
I did not proclaim that I'm not cutting myself. This is just I am
know.
supplicating. I am not
We're close enough that we can understand.
Mhm.
cutting myself. So now it's up to the DM if I get any cell reception.
So it actually doesn't take nearly as long as you expected, but you hear a beep. Hello? Hello?
I will hurt you.
Oi, there's a guy trying to talk to me.
Yeah,
That has-
that's
that-
right.
That's your God's voice. I love it. Maybe
Mazel.
It's better than the Swedish Chef, I guess. There's
Hey, Borsky.
Torsten, there's a further marketer. How do I get home? I'm lost. We're all lost. It's very, very cold. Don't even know if we're on the same plane of existence that I once was. Can you lead me? Lead us back home.
I think it's the wrong number. I don't know. Who is this?
My name is Torsten, Paladin and Cleric of Tyr.
Timothy, got it. Yeah, and you hear oh no. How do you spell your name?
you got the secretary.
Wrong deity, man. Wrong deity.
I through clenched teeth, I spell my name Torsten.
Uh-huh. Middle initial?
T.
My name is Torsten.
Oh, it's like those one-worded people names. Okay, gotcha. Too fancy for 3 or 4 names like everybody else. That's fine. Let's see.
Just imagine me and Rusty watching it. Torsten, he's just sitting there like gets stiff and it's just like is he
Wait, Torsten's.
what's wrong with him?
All right. Oh, says here that you. Wait a second. You're a cleric and a paladin?
Yes.
Double dipping. You sick son of a bitch. Okay, here we go. And what is the message you would like to convey to your lord and deity?
I need to get home. I need to be shown the way home.
Do you not have a compass?
No.
That's a problem. That's a problem right there. You know what? Let me just pull up and you hear. Oh, that doesn't look good. No wonder you don't need a compass. Okay, so if you could find your nearest portal and then take a left, go 20,000 kilometers to the right. And it says, well, it says you're screwed.
I don't know what particular demonic force you are that is trying to play games with me,
Name's Hervey.
but you are not the voice that I am expecting nor desiring to hear.
Well, I mean, he's an awful busy deity, you know.
Wonder if I pray to him, he'll talk to me.
Look, Boobala, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this on his desk, which is a really nice desk. You should see it sometime. Inlay, a little gold leaf. It's beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to put the note on his desk, and he will get right back to you when he can. Okay?
I slam my book shut in frustration.
Good news?
I just look at Rusty.
Did your god come through for you? You know, because you cut your hand off for him and everything. You think he'd come through for you. So do we know how to get home? Or are we gonna have to rely on ourselves again, Torsten? Just
Fiona, as you smile and cock your head and you just so saccharine smile at Torsten, you feel a tug at your backpack and a book flies out and lands in Torsten's lap.
Well, you don't see that every day.
give me my book back. I go over and I take the book from his lap.
I have no idea what book. What book is this?
I don't know. I take it from his lap. Which book is it?
It's the book with all the nursery rhymes and small poems.
The one with the little girl and the treasure. Okay.
Yeah.
Finders Keepers.
Mm-hmm.
Look for
This
one
is-
called Quantum Leap.
Why do you why do you assume I had anything to do with that?
Why did it go to you? Did you pray for your god to take shit from my backpack?
You know, of the two of us, I've not lied to you. So I wouldn't try to sit on such a high horse, madam.
Point out where I actually lied to you, Torsten. Because when you asked, I felt no demons. I felt no portals. at that time.
while you were standing above one.
Didn't feel it at the moment. No, all I felt was embarrassment having to break up with my psycho ex-girlfriend. And then all my friends just standing there staring at me. That's what I felt. And you know,
we
I was
weren't
just starting to like you again.
we weren't staring at you.
Yeah, no, you were staring at my psycho ex-girlfriend's titties. I got it.
And
What do you-
I
what? Huh?
Go to
and
sleep, Dad.
and honestly, I have no
Hey,
idea what you're
I know
talking
that
about
book.
with the book.
Wait, you
I
know-
think we should actually listen to Justin at this point. Justice at this point. Same person.
Same person. Weird.
What do you know
Um,
about this book? And why did it magically fly out of my backpack?
I don't know.
The gods work in
Torsten, what
mysterious
did you
ways.
ask your god
Jonah.
for?
I asked him for the way home, how to get home.
It's a book of kids' stories, and I open it and I pull out the 4-leaf clover, and that's all that's in here is the 4-leaf clover that Dad left, or
But-
supposedly left.
It's like, wow, that's old.
You're old. Close.
Hmm. So funny thing. Actually,
Aha, funny, or I'm going to stab you, funny.
you know what? If somebody has a knife, I could use it right now. Just
Hold on.
Oh,
Reach
hey.
in my bag and I pull out like a 3-inch long knife.
Oh, that'll work. Takes it, lifts up his shirt, just cuts his stomach. Just a nice 2 to 3 inch long cut.
Rusty!
I thought we got rid of all the self cutters.
Oh,
What's
hang
what?
on, hang on. And he's like,
Just staring in horror.
oh, that feels better. I mean, the cutting, not so much, but this feels better. Oh, at least I got something. All right.
You are fucking ridiculous. And I put my hand on his chest and cast healing word at 2nd level.
Okay. So
That would be a total of 9 plus 6,
Yeah.
so 15 points.
not necessary for all that, but yeah.
Don't care.
He's like, oh, thanks. That's what this is for. I have to actually be wearing it so that I can. Story for another day.
Don't like cutting.
Hey, I don't either, but I had to hide it somewhere. It's a neat
I mean,
trick,
it's better
though.
than the alternatives.
Yeah, they looked there. And there.
What do you know about the book?
Oh, so I left the book, and there's that clover. That's actually her mom's. She carried that for years. She said that it would always lead her home. So if that's what you guys are looking for,
I'm not about to go back to the magic forest.
I didn't find her in a magic forest.
Do you mean home as the farm? Or home as the tree fruit I grew out of?
Well, you didn't grow out of a tree. Well,
Did-
okay. So we didn't get to that part. All right. He takes the shawl, unwraps it, and just kind of makes a pillow out of it and lays back, almost like he's on a psych couch. Okay. So you were surprised, weren't expecting you. Your mom and I never did the I'm
Skip.
saying we never actually, you
Skip.
know, there was no
I left hell
Skip.
for this.
Skip.
so there was no
You
way that
just sidestepped into another hell.
Mm-hmm. This is my hell, Scrack. This is my hell.
so
Family reunion hell.
we never got to that point in our
You
relationship.
never got to get naughty with the tree folk.
Right. Not for lack of trying though. I gotta say, the chase. Anyway, Yeah,
gonna-
sorry.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna
Riri.
need. I'm gonna. She starts crying.
Because of the situation or being called Riri?
The nickname. It broke her. I've been literally been rolling to see how her mood is, and just a nickname that he would have called her, just instant
Oh,
tears.
oh, hey, kid. Hey. I've never been any good at this. You guys known her for 20 something years? Because it's been a while. And
She's been
Okay.
mad at me for most of them. So
oh, that's great. Fantastic. So hey, kid. Oh, remember this little trick that I used to show you? Remember
Rusty starts crying.
that?
I hold up my hand.
Oh, sorry. Oh, anyway, so one day,
and I just start laughing.
Hey,
Hey,
there was
Torsten?
That's why I'm laughing.
one
I
day
get you.
there was, four of us working for the cause, and then, things happened, and your mom got hurt, and we were like, we're done. We're done.
Was that when the tree blew up
Yeah, how'd you know about that?
at the
Skinwalker-
dragon tree? Yeah. We went
Skinwalker,
and-
but yeah, Skinwalker Busby showed us, and then we took care of the tree that you left behind.
Oh, it's still there.
I mean, it
Oops.
was. You missed the ball.
Snowball was inside the tree, a dragon ball.
Oh, there was one in there. We suspected it, but yeah, we kind of got out.
Focus, you're as bad as Max is. I swear to God. The Clover
I
supposedly
am so much more focused than Max is. Max is just he's still alive?
Yes.
God,
I
that's
left
old
him.
man. I don't
After
know
he
what's
left
keeping
me
him together,
first.
just like spit and a prayer is keeping him together at this point.
Primal
All right.
Savage face holding in claws,
Ugh.
just like right here. Focus.
Hi.
What does the Clover do?
Okay, well, I don't know. But your mom said it would always take her home or lead the way home or something like that. So I don't know. I thought it was a sentimental thing, but she like guarded it. Like one day I picked it up and I was like, huh, this is neat. And it was like still like slightly malleable. It wasn't all dried. And I started to pluck a leaf and she told me not to do that. And she got very upset with me and took it from my hand, smacked my hand, put it back in the book and told me no touchy. So no touchy. But I don't know. Oh, your birth. Focusing.
Sounds like divine intervention to me.
Your birth was not divine intervention, not that I can tell.
No, the clover
Oh.
goober.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. So you came along when your mom like popped into her tree form, and she did that because she was more comfortable that way sometimes, but it freaked people out. And there's all these rules, and I don't know. But one day she just wouldn't shift back. And eventually, poof, you were hatched? No. You ripened?
Spawned?
Spawned?
Does this
Um,
seem believable? Do I believe
Yeah.
him?
I
Don't
mean,
say, do I believe him? I'm like sitting here like,
so basically you are the product of a tree. But you came out looking mostly
human.
like that. Yeah. So we were kind of surprised. It wasn't long after that though, she took a turn.
What do you mean by that?
She couldn't shift back all the way. I preferred her if we're being absolutely honest here, and I think we all are. I preferred her more the fleshy, because I don't know, she was pretty, but I mean she was pretty as in her other form too. But who am I to really talk about forms?
But you don't really like the naughty pine?
Oh, believe me, she was naughty. She would sometimes on a moonlit
You
night.
probably
if
don't
there
really.
was-
I punch him. That's my love language with him now is punchy.
You're really starting to take after Haskar.
Yeah, 12.
I say that out loud.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, he's not moving, and you're in confined space, so yeah, it's not a hard hit, but it's enough to make him go, ah, what is the?
Stop. I am your daughter. Be appropriate.
I mean, not
Do you
really,
not love
but
me?
Absolutely, I do. You are
Riona.
the
Are you
light.
s-
You are the apple of my eye, as I used to say. What? It was cute. A little too on the nose. Okay.
The apple that fell from the tree.
Didn't fall far. Anyway,
Why didn't you show me who you were at the beginning?
like when I was raising you.
For 16 years before you left me alone. You faked being some fat, drunken guy.
I did not drink, ma'am.
No, we weren't allowed to drink.
No.
But you had all I wasn't allowed to drink. I wasn't allowed to lie. I wasn't allowed
Clouds the mind, makes you a little more.
I had alcohol today. Yeah. I made a deal with a dragon to make it go away because it was gross.
Wait, what?
I don't want to talk
What?
about it. We'll talk about it later.
And I'm in the wrong?
You're in the wrong for
Right?
so much more than you think.
Oh, well. I've been in worse trouble. There was this one time that we had to get the liver of an owlbear, and the only way you can really cut the liver cleanly out of an owl.
Long black nails growing, acid dripping from them.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, maybe not the best time to bring up
Wait.
that story.
Making a deal with a dragon.
He's a little
Do
late
we
to the
need
party,
him
isn't he?
Anymore? Do we need him anymore?
I don't know yet, Scrack, but I really don't want him to die.
I really don't want to die. I've been alive for a few years now, and I kind of like it.
I'm indifferent to you dying.
Oh, that doesn't make me feel better, buddy.
Scrack, you're my favorite.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend back there. And then there's Hasgar, my best friend, and we got Rusty and then Torsten, and they all stepped up and started taking care of me when you left me.
Yeah,
Even
so
when you didn't want me to.
my patron has been telling me that my daughter is with him and using visions to have me go to him by invoking my daughter. And I was on my way to see him when these jackasses made me save you. So
It's my fault.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm with Hansy over
Time
there.
out.
Whoa. It's
Time
not
out.
here. Whoa. So there's more than just his hand.
Rusty. You have a daughter?
hat and a wife. They died. But
You know, if you talk to us, you'd know stuff like that, Torsten.
no,
I'm-
you didn't know it until a day ago. Wait,
I've
today?
known Rusty for years.
Or was it 21 years ago? I'm not sure.
So this has been great. If I'm not
So yeah,
needed
by the
any
way,
further,
I was willing to walk through a frozen hell at the chance of seeing my dead daughter, knowing that it wasn't going to work.
well, knowing you would not it wouldn't work seeing your dead daughter.
What
Yeah,
he's
my daughter is
saying
dead.
is that he
Okay.
is a much better father than you are.
Okay. Okay.
Yay.
Granted, I was never any good at it. Honestly, I didn't have parents around. I mean, I had parents obviously because I'm here. Somebody had to have done the jiggery pokey to get me into this world.
You sure you're
But-
not just a seedling?
Yeah, that's not how it's like, we still have the whole, yeah.
I will burn you alive.
That would be inconvenient. So I'm going to step out for a minute and relieve myself. Anybody want anything while I'm gone?
You're not allowed to go alone.
That's a joke. Well, I don't need somebody to hold it, sweetie.
Yeah, but I don't trust you not to run away.
Where am I going to run?
Where'd you run before?
Haskar. Haskar. We got.
What?
Go out. You're holding. He's shaking.
He looks at Justice and he's like, I'll shake him, all right.
Hasgard, no,
That's fine.
don't hurt him.
So
I think
Not
my
to-
babysitting time is done.
not
I'm
to
here.
not to put too fine
Shut
a
up,
point on
Torsten.
anything.
Torsten. Shh. Stop flapping. Riona. I've gotten to know you over the last few years. You're like a daughter to me. But I'm not a monkey to dance for. So, when this is all over, I need to go back home.
I know.
I hope your dick freezes off. And he starts walking towards the bubble. I guess that means he's going. Okay. All right.
He's gonna watch you.
He has blind
I
sight. or
mean,
dark vision.
yes. Yeah. He used to say that a lot. Must be a dwarf thing. So it's cold. All right, bye. And he goes through the
Why don't we try to figure out how this clover leads us anywhere that's not here?
How about we all take a nice rest first? Because
You
my
don't
feet-
have to look directly at it. Oh, jeez. Pervert.
Look, we're gonna be here for at least 8 hours, but you can use the dome. Everyone get a nice rest and sleep. I don't know. I guess that's my dad. Yay. Found him.
Meanwhile, Scrack's on his side.
I know, running in his sleep.
He's dreaming he's eating people.
Oh yeah.
Just fields and fields of dead carcasses, and he's just like, rah.
Making nests out
Yep.
of piles of gnomes.
Many
and-
less.
I have a way to figure out if we are out of hell or out of another dimension and back into our own land. But it's a little risky.
Risky how?
Well, if we are still in hell, we would possibly end up losing one of us. Not dead, just not with us.
I'm only here because that's not allowed to happen. So your answer is no.
Well, hear me
No.
out. Hear me out.
No. No.
If we are not in hell and I banish one of us, if we're in hell, I would banish one of us back to our own plane.
9.
And how we would know that they were there is after a minute, they wouldn't pop back into existence with us. If we are somewhere in our realm and I banish them, they would be banished into a safe place, but then after a minute pop right back here.
I thought that spells banishes you back to your realm. Does
Right.
that- Where's Scrack from? Where am I from? Where the
I
hell?
don't know.
would you be
That's why I
send-
wasn't thinking of using either one of you.
But then what about the rest of us? You just send one person randomly away?
No, this is merely just to figure out where we are. If we are in the realm that we are familiar with. And I was thinking
Do with that
maybe
knowledge.
since Haskard wants to go home, if I say banish Haskar and he pops back after a minute, that lets
Let's
us
hear
know
him
that
out.
we're
Rusty, you were just saying no.
He made a convincing argument.
Look, you guys, I'm gonna figure out the clover. Just why can't you just sit here and rest? Just sit still. No movies. Wait, I don't know if you noticed, but I got a lot dumped on me. My feet are pretty torn up. I'm very cold still, and it hasn't even been 24 hours. Can we just breathe for a second and figure out what we want to do before we start banishing our friends to other realms
I would be banishing him home.
or somewhere else?
No,
I
If-
know that spell too. It does not say where it banishes you to, other than your home plane of existence.
So you're gonna banish him into the middle of the ocean?
it
Okay, so we're in agreement.
No.
Oh.
Rusty, you don't like him, but Hasgar has been there for me longer than you guys have. And he may be a jerk and an ass and just not the sweetest person.
I can hear you out here.
Let me get to my point. It's not the sweetest person, but he has defended and helped all of us this far. He didn't have to do that. He could have left us way long time ago.
And as a reward, we should send him home.
If it doesn't work, what if it hurts him?
if it won't hurt him, because if we are on our plane of existence, I will be banishing him to a harmless demi-plane for a minute.
Certainly not Avernus.
A harmless place.
By
And
the
he
time they
will
both come in.
and he won't
and,
even be able to harm himself.
At that point, they walk back into the bubble. Well, I couldn't go.
It's so awkward when he's just staring at it.
Right? When he's just like laser focused on your junk. And then I got distracted and I started making like animal puppets. It's a thing that never mind. Your mom enjoyed it. Not your mom. But anyway.
You're not banishing him unless he says it's okay.
Ooh, banishment. Anybody got a knife?
We're not giving you another knife.
I think you still have my knife.
Oh, I do. Nope, it's there. And he reaches down, picks it up. Turns it on.
Before you do something, can you kindly tell us what you're doing?
Please.
Testing theory I had. See if you
Okay,
like me.
what's your theory? What's your theory?
I was just testing to see if you guys like me. Here's your knife. You stopped me from hurting myself. Thanks.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I could be in hell right now.
Well, I think we are.
Out of game. Out of game. No, I need a ruling on this.
Sure.
Can one banish themselves?
I believe it's a target. It says target.
I believe
Mhm.
it's the problem is you can't maintain concentration while being banished.
It is not a concentration. Oh, it is concentration. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So one can banish themselves. It's just it would be for like 1 second.
Right. And that's not the clock. The clock is 1 minute.
Mhm.
Because if the target is native to a different realm of existence, they'll pop there with a faint
Yeah.
pomming noise.
It
And
is.
if the spell goes a full minute, they'll stay in their realm of existence.
It is a target, or I'm sorry. You attempt to send one creature that you
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
within range to another plane of
Plane.
existence.
Right. Right. If the
Unless-
target is native to the
Yeah.
plane of existence we're on, then they get banished to a harmless demi-plane. If they are not native, if they're native to a different plane of existence that we're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise, returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in space in space if left, or in the nearest unoccupied space. Otherwise, the target doesn't return. So yeah, if I spend a minute concentrating on the spell and we are not in our realm, and I banish Haskar to our actual realm, he would be able to stay there after a minute.
Why
But
is it
if-
gotta be me?
It's not gonna be anybody. Look, okay, look. I pull out the clover and I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna think. I don't know what to do with it, but I got the clover. We'll use the clover.
This was Rusty's idea, wasn't it?
No, it was Torsten's. He's the one
I
who wants
just
to banish
supported
you,
him in the banishment of you.
and you chose
Hey.
him over me.
Hey, maybe you go back to Snowball.
Further I am away, the less I feel.
Really? Because I
still-
have him here in my bag.
No, you don't. Do you?
Torsten, fucking Asgard, Rusty, stop.
I'm gonna kill him.
Can I see the 4-leaf clover? I can
No.
identify it.
Yes, I will let you look at it.
10 minutes. Identify.
I'm gonna sit next to my dad on the ground while he identifies it.
I'm
We're
figuring.
waiting the full 10 minutes.
I'm trying.
We'll just sit and we're all sitting quietly.
Well, while
Okay,
you
this is getting really creepy. I can't concentrate with you all looking at me. I get what you mean about the shy bladder thing.
Yeah. Icebreaker, and his tongue flips up and licks his own eyeball. Party trick. No,
You're so weird.
you
I
don't
can
know
do
what half
push-ups
of 'em.
without any hands.
He has a third leg. It's quite interesting.
I just look at everybody and go, anybody hungry? And I create food and water for everybody.
Yeah. Thank God. All right.
Empty bellies make for cold hearths.
As he picks up some of the food and bites into it, he's like,
Doesn't taste great.
It'll keep you alive.
I haven't eaten for 21 years. This is the first thing I'm eating.
Here, good berries. I hand him some.
Y'all
There's-
just blowing spell slots like there's not a Tarsk outside.
Nope,
Trask.
nice and sweet.
Trask outside.
So
Cool.
while you were doing the 10 minutes and the good berries and the producing food and water, what are you producing the water in?
It's just on the floor.
I love you, Justin.
Hang on.
I'm just curious, I mean,
God,
we've done this before.
Torsten!
This better not be pee. Okay.
No. You couldn't have done it outside like everyone else.
I filling the water that I prepare is, filling water skins and stuff like that. I don't just let it be on the ground.
I don't have a water skin.
Yeah, I think there's only maybe 2 at most that you guys have.
Mine is full of wine.
Could I
Yeah.
No, you don't drink.
He grabs it. Got a light.
Produce flame.
Okay. So hang on. Can I have that knife back?
No.
I'm
still
not gonna
have
cut
it.
myself. No, I gave it back to you. So
Okay.
puts the wine between his knees, rips a part of his shirt at the bottom, covers the knife, pours a little bit of the wine on it. Oh, this is the cheap stuff.
The thing is, it doesn't run out.
I mean, yeah,
Quantity versus
quality.
unending.
I don't know. Here, he gives you the knife, or it gives you the wineskin back, and fire.
Poke.
That is so cool. All right, figure out what you're doing. I'm actually pretty well rested. 21 years will do that. So wraps himself tight in that shawl. He goes outside.
Where
You
can we
guys-
go from here?
I can't let him go alone.
Give me 3 minutes, Scrack, and I'm working on that. Turns out there's a 7-Eleven just around the corner.
There always is.
He's gonna go get a pack of cigarettes. I'm never gonna see him again.
Why do you think you wanted to light?
All right. So as you do the remaining minutes on your casting, Torsten and everybody can tuck into the food how they like. We're gonna take a break.
I guess real food.
Yeah.
7:10, 7:15.
The king's nuts, a tasty treat to stick in your mouth. All salty and sweet and nutty, they fill your mouth and your heart to bursting with warmth and taste. Eat them, suck them, share them. Get your king's nuts in your mouth today.
Hi everybody, Rihanna here. I'm a 22-year-old human with flaming red hair who has 3 best friends, Hall, Oates, and Hasgar. Hasgar is a grumpy dwarf, and Hall and Oates are my pet llamas. I love to knit and spend my day on the farm. Hasgar came into my life about 1.5 years ago after he was injured in the war. My father sent him towards my village so that he could heal and watch over me. One day, a bunch of people and an owlbear fell out of my well, and I started learning dark secrets about my father that he never told me about. And I set out on an adventure to find him, not only to find him and bring him home, but to get the answers I really needed. The truth that wasn't told to me. Setting out on the adventure was a little hard, but it was okay because I had a group behind me. But just after my birthday, the comet that Rusty predicted hit the Earth, opening the gates of hell. So choosing to leave behind everything I love so that they would be safe, I set out with a group of, well, let's call them friends. My first real friends, besides Hasgar, Hall, and Oates.
Now we set out on our adventure, not only to get answers, but to survive the gates of hell being opened onto our world. And I'm wondering if we'll ever be able to find those answers, let alone survive.
My name's Rusty. I don't usually say very much, ever since I got my throat hurt in the war. No, wait, that's not me. Hi, I'm Rusty. I went to the magical university for about a year and a half until I was invited not to. I was really only there on behalf of my parents. They're rather influential. I had a vision of the end of the world, followed by many more visions. I can't tell which ones are true and which ones are false. For the last 20 years, I've spent prepping for the end of the world and trying to convince others that the things I see are real. It hasn't worked. Until now. I found a group of adventurers, and we traveled into the unknown. And then came the end of the world. That's right. I was right. Well, now we're up against it. Can't say I didn't warn you.
My name is Haskar Bonesplitter, and I used to not talk too much because of an injury to my neck. Now I don't talk too much because I'm not much for conversation. Or other people. Especially Rusty. Man, do I want to kill him. I came home from the war to watch over my commander's kid. That's Riona. Little did I know that I'd be following her on some damn fool quest to find answers about her past. Even less did I know that idiot Rusty would turn out to be right about the end of the world. My injuries were healed by a lunatic gnome named Davidos Busby, or some version of him. Things got weird. Even weirder when the side effects of the healing was to turn me into an unstable Echo Knight. I never know what or when I'm going to poof out, leaving behind some kind of echo behind. Anyway, Torsten is okay. He really seems to care about everyone, but I like Scrack the best. We both don't like to talk. There, all caught up. Now go away.
Let me tell you about Scrack the Intelligent Owlbear. He had no clue who he was before the day he became intelligent. Let me tell you, now he can think and reason and do math and things. He's amazing, and he's huge. He's like 8 feet, 7 inches, or something like that. He's big, and he's also very strong. And have you seen the claws on that guy? Super sharp. I mean, they can cut a rug easily. I mean, everywhere he goes, he seems to ruin rugs. But I digress. So Scrack is really awesome. He can think and he can feel, and we already covered that subject. But anyway, he's huge and he's strong and he's smart. And actually, I think he's probably smarter than the people that he's actually traveling around with right now. But I mean, they've seen a lot of stuff. He's been in the circus, he's been in the Thieves Guild, he's been in a wizard's tower, and he's done all this traveling with these guys. And you know what he only asks for? A silky chicken to snap into.
My name is Torsten. I'm a cleric of Tyr. I'm not really the preachy type of cleric, more the bringing the light to the darkness by setting the darkness on fire kind of cleric. I thought my greatest test of the gods was behind me when I had lost my family and parts of my face to a random group of rampaging demons. A tiny part of me still holds on to hope my family made it out. Of course, I have been shown that is definitely not my biggest test. PTSD dreams notwithstanding. In the last 5 days, I've lost my whole church to a mysterious cult where they turn you to ice and undead. I made friends with a grumpy warrior dwarf, a farm girl with a great and mysterious connections to the Fae and the wilds, an enlightened owlbear, and a couple of llamas. I made a new enemy with some weird cultist assassin, and now magic doesn't work right and my connection with Tyr is, let's say, difficult. Why is that, you may ask? Well, because of the weirdest thing of all. My friend Rusty. I mean, he didn't do anything except he totally had a vision about the end of the world by comet, and it happened. Now it's me, Rusty, and our new party of friends versus the end of the world, rampaging demons and hellgates from all dimensions opening up around us. Hardly seems fair. Maybe we should give them a chance to surrender.
You've heard about them, you've craved them, and now you can have them! The King's Nuts are now available to buy in your own dice bag of nuts! Buy your own King's Nuts dice bag from Mid-Dice Crisis YouTube show, made by the player Eddie Black, owner of Eddie's Odds and Ends. Order your dice bag today and get a set of nutty dice with a very special surprise inside. Find the link on where to order from our Linktree site. Please do not eat the dice. They are not real nuts, and we will not be responsible if you eat the dice. I'm looking at you, Ranger.
So we're still waiting for Rusty's spell
Mm-hmm.
to take
If you would
effect.
stop interrupting me.
It's just.
I have been sitting there
it's-
quietly waiting for my dad to come back because I'm like, he went to go get cigarettes. He's not coming back, guys.
Oh, sweetie, bless your heart.
Not
Bless
coming
her.
back. I should
He
have
promised to
followed.
play baseball with me when he got back.
Yeah.
Play catch.
So, yeah. Welcome back to Mid-Dice Crisis. It's been a day, and it's been a hell of a day for this crew of people. Literally. So, so Rusty, you spend 10 minutes, and the only thing you can suss out is that it is a 4-leaf clover and it has magic.
So
10 minutes
this
well spent.
is an interdimensional clover. What you do is you think of where you want to go and you pull off one of the leaves, and it will take you there.
Do I believe him?
Insight check against Rusty's roll.
Persuasion.
25 for insight.
Shit, 21.
Oh, yeah. You believe him at first, and then you're like, no.
Get real close. I take the clover. When did you start lying to me?
From the beginning.
Just trying something new.
I don't like it.
Well, go to hell.
Already here with you.
Yeah, yeah.
If I didn't know any better, I would take Rusty in bed.
If anything, Rusty, you know I'd follow even further into hell.
Yeah, I know.
I take his hat. Just boop. I walk away with it.
It's great because on him, it's normal size. You take it and you're like,
Tiny fedora. I just take it and I go sit and I'm like looking outside.
suddenly you hear the voices that were always in his head.
I'm just kind of sitting there like holding the hat, fiddling with it, looking outside to see if I can see where my dad went.
So is the bubble opaque or is it clear?
It is opaque.
It is opaque. A few minutes go by. And a blue-lipped justice comes back in. Oh, shit. Yeah. Nope. It's too cold.
Did you see
Okay.
the river?
Yeah, I did. Didn't quite make it there before I was like, yeah, it's way too cold. So I tried something else. And yeah, that didn't work either. Sorry about your knife. I may
Yeah.
have dropped it. I may have dropped it intentionally. Like, I was curious how far the cracks went down.
They go pretty far, huh?
Oh yeah, I lost sight.
You know, you could have asked me because I went and looked earlier.
What was I supposed to know?
How
It's
about you?
communication, Riri. I told you, it's all about communication.
You first.
I have been completely and totally absent, but I've been upfront with you since I found you
Produce
again. Or you
flame.
found me.
Come here.
Hey,
Come get warm.
it's already
Not-
warm in here. I'm good. Thanks. Not a fan of like spontaneous combustion. I'm good. Thank you though.
Trust me, I wouldn't spontaneously combust you. That'd be too easy. Too fast.
I don't know. Max
You guys
tried
keep
it once.
using that word. I don't think you know what it means.
I have one jar left, Rusty. I think I can do it.
Oh, that's not spontaneous, but it's definitely combustion.
Yeah. I got one left.
Hey, Riona, you remember how your mom went batshit crazy?
Yeah.
Hey,
Knock it off.
I just sit there.
okay.
It's a
So,
long story, Justice. Don't.
The
But
clover's
you-
magic.
well, I figured that much.
He couldn't figure out anything else.
Well, maybe it's just, an off day. I don't know. Feed it to the bear.
I'll
See
feed
what
you
happens.
to the bear.
You said you wouldn't do that. So,
You said you'd never leave me.
I mean, yeah, but I hold you to a higher standard. So, who's got an idea as to what we're going to do? Because I don't know how much longer this bubble has, and it's going to be cold.
6 hours and 57 minutes.
Jeez, it's only been an hour and 3 minutes.
I'm gonna
Okay.
hold the clover in my hand and just focus on it.
Okay. As you do that, nothing special really happens.
I grip the necklace around my neck and I thank Max. Just to see. We're testing things.
Okay.
He tried to talk to his god. Let's see if I could talk to Max interdimensionally.
So as you concentrate on the necklace, thinking of who you want to speak to, you hear
Bad connection.
The
No,
whole
guys,
time I'm over talking to Haskar, explaining to him my idea of the banishment thing.
we do that to Rusty instead.
I'm not convinced that Rusty's from our original plane, buddy.
you're the one who wanted to go home.
I said after.
And I can't banish myself.
Well, can't always get what you want, I guess. So he stands up in all his nightshirt glory.
Huh. I thought it was warmer in here.
Shut up, Rusty.
I look at him and I cast banishment on him.
Hey, before you
Thanks for letting me say goodbye, Torsten.
Oh
I'm-
God, it feels so much better in here now.
I was gonna say I'm ignoring anyone and everyone, just staying completely focused on the banishment spell. And that'll be for a minute.
okay. The seconds.
Hey, Torsten, when you cut off your arm, were you in tears?
Roll for concentration, please.
Come on, baby.
Do it. Roll.
But you know it's just
I've been
gonna bring
saving
it.
that one for weeks.
You know it's just gonna bring him right back, right?
Roll.
I'm aware.
How do you roll
Uh,
against that?
Constitution
wit-
saving throw.
I thought it was a wisdom.
It's concentration saving throw, and it's would you have to beat 10 plus the spell level.
So in this case, it'd be it's just 10 plus damage.
Wait, you cast a spell on me?
No,
you're-
what your banishment spell? What level is it?
It's 4th, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a 4th
So
level
you have
spell.
so you have to
you
roll a concentration check of 14 or higher.
Constitution.
Constitution.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
Because he's talking?
Because I made a joke.
yeah.
And it was a bad joke.
It was a really bad joke.
It was.
You have to
funny.
concentrate.
You think a bad joke is enough to break my concentration?
We'll
Yes.
see.
Like we're seriously making me roll over this?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's for the story. Do it.
This is for D&D. It's just imagination. Roll with it.
Come on, Boobala.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
What'd you get?
A 6.
6. Okay. Nothing so far.
Well, if I broke concentration, he just pops right back.
Mm-hmm.
So my concentration is broken. Poof,
And
he's
he
back.
Didn't come, or he doesn't come back correctly.
Oh!
Yay.
Oh! I hate you so much right now, Torsten.
So, where'd you go?
No, you were on for a little bit. Where'd you end up?
I didn't have time to look around before I found myself back in this, my personal hell. Hey, Scrack, how are you doing?
I didn't get to say goodbye to you. We needed you to come back.
You brought me back.
Here. Why we don't get a move on?
Well, we're not leaving the dome for 8 hours, Scrack. I'm sorry. I'm not going out in the cold early.
If I leave, the dome disappears.
Oh, seems like maybe if someone would have let somebody, finish finding out what the hell was going on, we might have better answers and a better direction. But now we've got a ticking clock of whether we go outside and freeze to death now, or if we wait for another 6 hours and freeze to death.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Rihanna,
Yeah, yes.
why don't you go and look at the portal and see what's on the other side?
Dad, you come with me. You know more about portals than I do, supposedly.
I know a few little things, details, nuances,
I take his hand and walk him out.
keys, locks. Ah!
I'm gonna go look at the portal.
I just got warm again. Oh. So while they're gone, what are you doing, Rusty? Because I know you got an idea.
Mainly laughing at Torsten.
Oh, I'm leaving. I am also going to the portal.
Anybody else?
Neither
Scraps asleep.
speaking nor looking at anybody. Just
I'm hanging out in the dome.
Okay. So as Haskar walks over and grabs Rusty and just starts banging his head on the ground, you see the bubble disappear, pop back into place, disappear, pop back into place.
Hey, Haskar. So I asked Torsten if when he cut off his arm, if he was in tears.
And
And you came back.
I don't get it.
It's okay.
What? Anyway, so Riona and Torsten and me.
Well, I'm not talking to Torsten, that's for sure.
Walk outside. The cold immediately hits you. There's no wind. There's no snow, but it is just as cold as the area you walked out of. So you hear the crunching of boots next to you, and he kind of looks over at you and goes, takes off his boots. Probably not your size, but I have socks.
I'm fine.
Your feet are gonna get bloody.
I take the boots and put them on.
Yeah, it's like a little girl in galoshes. His feet are really big.
Not the first time I put on his boots and run around.
He walks forward, kind of holding himself, trying to stay warm. Mist coming from his mouth as he breathes out. He looks and he sees the dark, broken, layered city and the snowstorm in there. And he's like, yeah, I don't think that's going to the right place.
I pull the clover out of the book and hold it up to the portal. Not touching, just holding it up.
Okay.
See if anything happens.
No wind to move it. No pull.
Mom got mad because you tried to pull a leaf, correct?
Maybe. I don't know. Let me try something. The shard. Do you still have the shard?
Do I still have the shard? I thought it stuck to the ice because it
Well,
like
you stuck it
came-
into the ice.
Oh, okay. I thought it got stuck in the ice and cut my hand and open and all that stuff.
Yeah. When it cut your hand, it went into the
okay.
ice. It opened.
Yeah, and it I would pull it out wherever I stuck it.
Okay. So, he's like, ooh, okay.
You needed dryad blood. It was in the book.
Yeah. No. Dryad blood and the shard. It's not. Here. And he takes it. I think I'm out of game. I'm turning more into Jeff Goldblum with this character. Yeah. So, you take the shard from the hand of Riona
And smack him a little bit.
Portals find a way.
Portals. They look like doors, but are they? But he takes the shard and he kind of like holds it very gingerly and walks over to the gate and he's like, and his hand goes through. Oh, nope. Okay. Yeah. It worked before. Trying to
see
close
it?
that one. Sure. Here.
I cut my hand with it.
I
rub it. And
Why
then
is it okay for everybody else to cut themselves except
stick
me?
my hand in. I do what he
Okay.
did with the blood on it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Oh, hey, tall guy. What did you call him again?
The handless.
Stumpy?
Stumpy.
Okay, he's Stumpy. All right. So as you stick your hand, it's the same reaction as when he did it. Yeah, so you gotta find the right key, the right portals that helped to shut down the one that we Hey, anybody have a knife?
Why do you want a knife?
He starts looking around.
I pull out a dagger. I found it in the barn, one of the random daggers you left behind.
Okay, which one is it?
It's just one of the random ones that we found under the barn. You said it was a plain rusted dagger.
So he starts to reach for it. Let me see if he blindly reaches for it. That is a, where is it? Oh, with 15. So he starts to reach for it, and before he actually, nicks himself or pokes himself with it, he stops and looks. Oh, baby. Oh, I missed you. He gingerly takes it out of your hand and looks at it. Oh, it is not elegant at all. In fact, it is dark iron. It is one edge, but it almost comes to a just completely chisel point, flat at the top. There's only a slight angle to it, and the handle is just wrapped.
I found
Oh,
that, and I found this, and I pull out the crown underneath the barn.
oh, found my tiara. I mean, your tiara. I was gonna give it to you.
Thursdays, am I right?
Right. Sometimes you just want to feel pretty. All right. So
yes.
yeah. Right. Focusing. So Torsten, Rihanna, roll for a perception.
12.
22.
Okay, Rihanna, you are like, what? I don't see anything. Torsten started looking down at the same time, and then his eyes went up as it looks like a spray of glitter off in the distance. Lots of little sparkles. Not really sure how far away it is. And Justice goes, we should get back to the bubble.
Weren't you about to figure out how to get through the portal?
I mean, 6 of one, a dozen of the other, I guess. Yeah, bubble. And he just starts grabbing your hand and runs.
I follow. Oh, confused.
Torsten, do you go?
I'm watching I'm watching the sparklies,
You
and
continue.
just for a moment more, let them get ahead, and then I start going back.
I would like you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
What is the flying speed of a sparkle dragon? On Laden, of
24.
24.
Purple dragons are not migratory.
So as you stand there, those are pretty. Wait, they're running for a reason.
Yeah, so I just pop over to the bubble with them.
Okay. So as you guys are running across the frozen ground, you get to the bubble, and you said it's opaque, correct, Rusty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can see out, but you can't see into the bubble. That's one of the bubble's designs for a tiny hut. I mean, it looks like a mound.
If it helps, it's pearlescent.
Yeah.
So you can see outside just fine. But the sparkles seem to grow in number as they spread out. And there is a kind of a mist of sparkles all surrounding the dome.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Not quite sure.
I just followed Dad back. We were trying to figure out the portal, and then he got scared, and I followed him back. So yeah.
Yeah.
The portal
wish-
leads right back to the land of Levistus, by the way.
Yeah, about that. I don't want to go back there. But so damn it. Field journal. I wish I had that. So
Pull it
okay,
out.
so
This
I
one?
came across oh, you cheeky monkey. Can I?
I hand it over.
Thank you. All right.
I
Starts
mean,
flipping
because you
through.
wouldn't want this one, Mom's journal.
Doesn't quite have what I need. This one does. She liked more
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Smart.
can you give us like what we're dealing with real quick?
It's scale of how to how. Like is that bad to good or good to bad?
Fireflies versus Red Dragon.
Fireflies versus Red Dragon. Yes, it's like that. But reversed. So okay, and he starts flipping through his pages. Okay. Came across these once before. I know I did.
Glad
Yeah,
I don't have his
these.
ADD.
So he shows you pages with just writing on it. Came across these once before. If these are them, how long has the bubble got?
6
5.5
something?
hours.
Awesome. Let's hope they lose interest in us.
I'm gonna pull up the other book that Oates wrote. It's kind of burnt. That translated my dad's journal.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of flip through the pages to maybe what his page is, so I can like.
He kind of helps you flip a little bit. No, that's a Balrog. No. Okay. No, that's actual. Who wrote this? This
Oates. The
your llama.
From the Feywild.
I thought you weren't gonna lie to me. Okay, cool. Anyway, so this right here, it taps on it, and you have a description of what he calls sparkling death.
Pretty sure I had that at a bar at Jacob's Landing one time.
Is that anything like Knots Landing? It's a place where a
No.
lot of women wore some like weird shoulder pad things, and their hair was huge. Lots of.
I
makeup.
mean, there was some women in there with pauldrons.
Nah, I don't think these were meant for armor.
Mm.
Although they did wear a lot of war paint.
Focus.
Huh?
Sparkling
Oh.
death.
Right. Okay. Sparkling death. I was trying to come up with a name. It was fitting. I know it's a little too dramatic, but don't let them touch you. That's basically okay. So I had a group of people that I traveled with, and we went to some seriously bad places before. This we came across, and yeah, it was bad.
So we're in this for 5 more hours, guys.
Awesome.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
Are they anything like abyssal skeeters?
Abyssal skeeters. I
Because we
haven't.
fought those before.
Have
We
you
just needed a little lightning.
really?
I could
Where'd
call
you
some
get the-
lightning down.
I mean,
Anybody
anybody got a dagger?
I just
I-
gave you a dagger.
Yeah, but I don't want to
I've
throw mine
got
away.
several.
Oh, yeah, you probably don't want me to pull one of those. Anybody got something they don't care about that they want to throw out of the bubble?
Here, take my house car.
I was gonna say, here, take my Torsten.
Beat you to it.
You did. Love you, Torsten.
Hi, Brian.
Look, okay, here. I start digging and I pull out let's see, what do I have in my junk? Oh, the silverware. Max's silverware. I just pull out some
Okay.
forks and knives.
Throw it away, my
We'll say
good
it's a big
silverware.
serving spoon. Big serving spoon. He's like, okay, okay. His shirt's not really keeping me warm anyway. Rips off another part. Wine?
Yeah, I guess.
You said it never ends.
I know, but I hate to waste it.
Come on, man.
There you go.
Thank you. Just a little bit of thank you. And he walks a little closer and throws it out. You see the swarm, and before the spoon can hit, the flame shrinks down and goes away. And it swarms that for a little bit and then kind of dissipates, but it stays in the general area. Yeah. They like the warmth.
Well, we got 5 hours, guys. I'm gonna take a nap. Well, 4 hours sleep, because that's all I need, and then I can get back to a somewhat tip-top shape. I take the boots off and hand them to my dad.
Thank you. All right,
Hey,
Torsten.
Rihanna, don't you have boots in your bag that you bought?
Yeah,
Like brand new ones that you've never worn?
they don't fit right, and I don't like them. I don't like shoes, guys. I know I'm probably being stupid, but I don't feel. If I can't feel the earth beneath my feet, I feel disconnected.
Technically, you're on ice, so.
I can hit you through the computer. Just go like this, and then you gotta go. Poof.
Scrack, what are you doing?
I'm just waiting until we get ready to move. I'll
Okay.
go to sleep.
All right, Torsten.
These people are talking and talking and talking.
Yes, I know. love.
Yes.
What you doing, Torsten?
I'm writing in the back of my book.
Are you writing a diary?
Something like that.
Dear tear. Rusty
Today-
was really mean to me today.
Dear Tierhouse, today I became a man and a woman.
I got a
It was a
tiara
good
for
day.
you, Torsten.
It was a
Hey,
good
we're
day.
accepting, man. Or whatever.
I'm
We
just
love
writing,
you.
I'm
I'm writing in the back of my book,
I'm gonna fall asleep leaning onto Justice,
and I'm
eventually falling into his lap asleep because I feel
Oh.
comfortable.
Oh, this is very uncomfortable.
Not for her. It's like when she was a kid.
I hated it when she did this.
is Rusty gonna get some sleep?
Yeah. I mean, we can't get a full rest, but
I can.
Short rest is better than nothing.
So while writing in my book,
Uh-huh.
the moment I noticed that everybody's asleep,
Uh-huh.
I cast banishment on Haskar at level 5.
I was curious to see if you were going to do it to Rusty.
Like I said, I'm not convinced that Rusty is of the same realm that I'm from, but I know that Haskar is.
So Haskar is just kind of giving the dagger eyes to Justice. And he looks over at you and goes, all right, so here's the plan. Well, we need to...
I just look at him and go, take 2.
Perfect. Just perfect right on the nose. I love it.
Somewhere, Haskar's like, freaking. Oh, I'm gonna kill them all. I'm just gonna kill them all. The seconds tick by. Seems like an eternity. He does not show back up.
At least he's home.
Is he? Do you trust Justin enough to believe that he actually sent him home? Because I don't.
That's the spell. That's the spell.
But where is
if I banish you from one realm to your, if I banish you from a realm you are not from,
so
you get sent to your realm, and after a minute, if I'm still focusing on the spell and the spell has not been broken, you stay where you are. You stay in your home realm.
Because
Home
I'm a people
realm.
pleaser, I'm going to give you both good answers. Yes, he stays in his in the realm you came from, as the Jessup's Nest area. But he does not go to Jessup's Nest. He goes to the mountain.
With his family that just loves him.
Yeah.
His family that
Who are
just
all
loves him.
now demons.
Yeah. I'm gonna sleep for 4 hours on Justice's lap so I can get my long rest.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything while you're waiting for the dome to pop?
Not much I can do. I can't leave the dome and I can't cast spells through the dome.
All right. So you get your various rests, short rests for some, long rest for one. Justice is like the whole time his hands are up like this and he's just kind of staring down.
I wake up and I look at him and I just,
Oh, hey.
were you always this awkward or did I was just blind to it?
I think it's more along the lines of you saw me as daddy, and I know I was a little standoffish with you even then, but I always wanted not this for you.
You have
Sorry,
to,
kiddo.
You have to take the cards you're dealt.
Hey, I thought I
Can't-
did. I thought I
You
did.
can't trick the deck.
I thought I gave you like a royal flush. Speaking of, do you have a dagger?
Why?
I
have a kitchen knife.
mean, I guess that'll do. Yeah. Could I see?
Tell me why.
I just feel better when I'm holding something like that.
All right, I'm gonna reach in and I'm not gonna give him a kitchen knife.
Okay.
All the way back in like session 3 or 4, I found the dagger, I found the crown, and I found a short sword. I give him the short sword.
Ooh, that is
That's
not a
all-
kitchen knife.
No, but you can have it.
You sure you don't have a dagger?
I got a kitchen knife for the short sword.
Kitchen knife.
Put it back and I give him the kitchen knife and
Cool.
a fork.
Oh, hey, wish I had something to use these with. Yeah. So he's constantly kind of moving. Even when he's sitting there, his hands are like rubbing up and down on his thighs, or he's running his hands up and down his arms and just constantly moving, a little bit of rocking motion. He gets the kitchen knife that you sent and he just literally starts twirling it in his fingers, and it seems to calm him down.
I pull out the crochet hook. Like, you did teach me something.
Um,
I'm missing fingers on this side, but I go to this side and I start twirling the crochet hook in my left hand because I'm ambidextrous. You used to do that a lot with your pencils.
yeah. Not all of them were pencils, but I didn't want you to freak out. Man, I wish I had my backpack. Okay, this helps me think. Okay, so he looks around, tries to see if there's anything around. Okay, so this is gonna pop any minute, right?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, great. Thanks, short guy. I mean, you're
Rusty.
yeah, Rusty. You're not short. You're average height for no. I'm guessing.
What? Where are you from?
I'm
Does this
actually
matter?
Oh, the bears.
Well, we still have to find out, what realm we're in. So I was thinking maybe we'll banish him
Oh,
instead of Haskar.
Where is Hasgar?
I don't smell him.
I look at Torsten.
And I'm still writing in my book.
Well, that's one problem solved.
I don't know if it's a problem solved, but he didn't come back. So
I pull out my boots from my backpack and I start putting them on.
all right, question. Where are we running? Are we running towards the mountains? Are we running towards the cracks that go down forever? Are we running towards the weird river, or back to the portal? Wherever we go, we're gonna need to find shelter.
I pull out the clover again and I pull a leaf off. Yeah, just for the hell of it.
Okay.
It's not gonna
I
get
got
us
my
back.
hand smacked for that.
You gonna smack my hand?
I mean, I figure abandoning you on a farm with 2 magical llamas is hand smacking enough. Just really wish you hadn't done that. I mean, that's anyway. So where are we going?
I don't know. Honestly, I'd rather just sit here.
I'd honestly rather not freeze, and I think the bear doesn't want to freeze either. He's a very patient bear.
Where are we gonna go?
Do you feel any other gateways that are
It's
not
not-
the one right outside?
I can try, but it's only a mile, Torsten. I doubt there's another one within a mile. But I'll sit there and I'll focus and I'll spend my 1 portal detection.
Okay.
And just
So-
focus.
Yeah. You do feel that portal, but you don't feel. Actually, I take that back. You do feel that portal, but you feel a constant pulse.
Like from the portal or
No, from something else.
in what direction?
The river.
There's something coming from the river.
Then let's break for the river.
Hey, that's cool. Rusty, right? Hey, glad you're here. Glad you're a follower of that guy. Maybe you could, I don't know, ask him for something to keep us warm. Anything? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Hey, Scrag.
Cold never bothered me, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'd stick close to the owlbear if I were you.
Scrack, can you carry Torsten and Rusty?
Torsten can carry himself.
If you want. I'm gonna shift into a grizzly bear.
Ooh.
I'll carry Rusty.
And I kneel down for my dad.
Oh. Wow.
I growl.
Yeah.
You may want
sweetie,
to
but-
turn her down.
Nope, can't.
Plus, we have about 7 seconds. So
So breaking for the river.
3,
Break.
2.
And he starts running.
Can I scoop him up? Like go under it? Try to get under him and go.
Make a dexterity roll, and I'll make one too, if you really want to do that.
I want to try. 19.
Rolled a 19 as well. So it's not like in the movies where you see they go under and somebody just get up and then
Mhm.
right off. It's more of you catch up because bears run very fast.
Yeah.
And he's not been very mobile for too long. And your nose goes up under his undercarriage and you try to flip him back up. And he rolls across your back and like grabs hold of your fur just to keep from falling off. And he's like, oh God, okay, fine. Oh, this is weird. Okay. You
Just saying, it's been 21 years since he's had a bath.
But he's been in the ice, so
At least no swamp ass.
right. He pulls the dagger as he's still twirling the kitchen knife, and he's like, okay, this is yeah. So is everybody running?
Yes.
Booking it.
Okay. I would like for everybody to roll a d20 for me.
I right before I took off running though, did cast Spirit Guardians. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay, I appreciate that. So you've got little things flying around you, and the whole party has things flying around them. They haven't gotten more than just the light misty cloud that was surrounding the area. But as you leave the dome and as it pops down, Torsten, you bring up your spirit guardians. Skrak is running. Riona and her father are going. Rusty, you're on top of Skrak, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got 2 bear-like entities going. What's your speed? 30?
Mine's 30.
Mine's 40.
So 30, 35, 40.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Roll a d20 for me. Everybody.
Mine was I rolled a 2.
12.
17.
What you got, Skrak? Can't hear you.
Sorry. 13.
13. Okay. So, Torsten, while you are the slower one, they do swarm around and they kind of go past you a little bit. All these little tiny sparks. It's a shimmering, and as they pass you, you can barely glean that it's not just something sparkly. It is a tiny creature that at first looks like a flurry or a snowflake, but opens its mouth and tiny barbed teeth. And you can feel not just the cold of the atmosphere that you're in, but an even harsher cold come across you as it swarms Skrak and Riona and Rusty and Justice. We're going to do 5 rounds. Are you going to fight or are you going to run?
I'm running.
I'm Yeah, I'm running, but I'm focusing on the critters so that my spirit guardians will be attacking them.
Okay.
I'll run.
Just ahead of us, I'd like to cast Fog Cloud.
Okay. So as they come across Scrack and Riona, Rusty and Justice, you can feel the cold encircle you, and you can see the flurries sparkling in front of you. Before Rusty can cast his spell, as you feel the cold enter your body, you begin to slow down a little bit. Come on, trying to bring up the stats now. Okay, so they swarm around you, and not just around you, but in your personal spaces, under your pumping legs, around your ears, through your arm space. They are occupying the same space as you. And as they do, Scrack, Justice, Riona, and Rusty, you feel this like small biting sensation as even more cold hits you. Each of you take 14 piercing damage.
Are they not gonna make their wisdom saving throw while being attacked by spirit guardians?
If you want them to be attacked by your spirit guardians, you said you put it on yourself, correct?
Well, it's a 15-foot sphere around me,
Okay.
centered around me. So and any number of creatures that I focus that are my choice, the spirit guardians will attack them.
Okay.
And they have got to make a wisdom saving throw of 16, a DC
Okay.
16.
DC 16.
Or their movements are halved
Rolled a-
and they take 3d8 god damage.
13. 3d8.
3d8 god damage.
God damage. All right.
So 8 if we're and their movement speed is halved.
Okay. They do not. They take the hit, but that movement speed, they do not take the movement speed reduction. They are immune to that. They're immune to a lot, actually. But yes, as your spirit guardians swarm in on the swarm, you guys still have to take 14 piercing and 14 cold damage.
Woo.
Yeah.
I'm
Round
still
two.
a bear.
Yep. Round 2. Roll d20s, please.
Seven.
Did my fog cloud have any effect on them?
19.
You are about to run into your fog cloud.
4.
Okay.
19 and 4 and 7.
11.
Okay. So Scrack
Hmm.
and Rusty, you feel the biting sensation and the extra cold, and you feel it more in your bones now. Almost like ice sickles have been gouging into your skin. Scrack, you peel off a little bit, taking Rusty with you, and get out of the main swarm. Torsten, you actually were focused more on trying to get the things to be hit by your spell. So you, Riona, Justice, and Riona and Justice are going to have to roll here in just a second. Rusty, Fog Cloud. You guys still going into it, or you split off a little bit? Is the fog cloud still here while you guys are running towards it?
Yeah, it's still in front of us.
Okay. So it obscures, correct?
Yep.
All
It's
right.
also cold in this environment.
Yeah. Are you hoping for a sudden wall?
I'm hoping for a bit of a distraction on something that's small and flying.
Okay. They are immune to charmed, frightened, grapple, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, stunned. But yes, as you enter, I will give you guys a advantage on your rolls now that you've entered the fog. So re-roll the d20. Well, Torsten, Riona, Justice, re-roll.
Eight.
I guess
Eight.
8.
6.
What, Riona? Okay, 6. Okay, so you went into the cloud. Scrack and Rusty, I already told you you guys are fine. Even inside the cloud, I knocked it down to a 12 that they had to get you, or you had to roll to avoid. So their only thing is to swarm you and do their frozen bites. So Torsten, Riona, and Justice take another 14 piercing, 14 cold.
For a total of 28.
Yep.
And
How big is that fog cloud?
Can we get a DC 16 throw for them, please?
Absolutely.
I'm no longer a bear.
20-foot spear.
I got a 19. A 20-foot sphere.
How many of these things are there?
A lot.
It is a large swarm of things about the size of a gnat.
Yeah. Right.
I'm no longer a bear.
Oh, that's going to be awkward. All right, everybody roll d20.
Yeah, I rolled better with a 17 now.
Nice.
I rolled a 1.
4. I rolled a 4.
17.
Okay. So, and I rolled 13. Okay. So, as you guys are still in the fog, Scrack, you and Torsten, you hit some patches where the ice is cracked. You stumble a little bit. Rusty, you are flung forward. Riona, you shapeshift out of a bear, which causes Justice to roll backwards and you to slide forward because you are running on ice. So Riona and Rusty, you are fine. I will roll before I give out damage. You said a 16, correct? They got an 11.
All right.
And they take
Another 3d8 damage.
mm-hmm.
Oh, god damage.
God damn it.
16 points.
Nice. Okay.
About damage.
All right. They're still flying about you.
Some tough little buggers.
They have 104 hit points. Armor class of 16.
Each?
No, the swarm as a whole. But yes, each, because I'm that big of a jerk.
Well, so here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
If the swarm took half damage, wouldn't the swarm be half the size?
Once it gets to half of its hit points, it reduces the amount by half that the damage is given.
Okay. Because I would imagine that not all of them have 100 hit points. That is like they're
Oh
each
no,
one
no,
hit
the
point.
the entire swarm combined.
Yeah.
Just just for a clarification for my players and for you guys at the and the audience, yeah, this is a swarm. It's all one entity. So combined, they had 100 something, 104 hit points. They do have a 40-foot fly speed. So they're nasty buggers.
Well,
Okay.
then on my turn, I'm going to go ahead and cast Burning Hands as well.
Okay.
To and spread it, spread the hands out towards ones that like parts of the swarm that I see.
Okay.
That's a dexterity of 16.
Dex of 16. Let's see what I get. Dex of 16. Got an 11.
It's gonna be 17 points of damage.
Which they have a
Fire. Probably a resistance to fire.
No, that's their weakness.
Oh.
They're made of frozen crystal.
Oh.
So double that.
So so 17 times 2, that's 34.
34. I thought you said 18.
No, it was 17.
Okay. All right. So 34 points of damage, which drops them. Oh, so close. Okay. So everybody roll D20 again. Rihanna.
I'm rolling.
7.
A 7.
6.
13.
8.
Okay. So Rihanna, as you are trying to stand back up and continue moving, you and Scrack and Torsten are all trying to get back up and scramble. Rusty, you are just barely fine. You continue running forward. But Scrack, Torsten, and Rihanna again take the 28.
Where's my dad?
Oh, he's running beside you. He's fairly hardy for a rogue.
So it's gonna be well, I guess at this point I'm just focusing on returning fire with the burning hands again.
Okay, go for it.
It's a dexterity 16 on
Oh,
their
yeah.
end.
Got a 6. Just a straight 6. So how much damage?
So 11 times 2, 22.
22. All right. They are half the size. Okay. So you guys take half the damage. We'll see. Who was it? Torsten, Scrack, and Rihanna?
Yes.
Okay. So you will take 14 points of damage as it swarms around you still. Can't hear you, Scrack.
This is starting to hurt.
Yeah.
Not that I'm necessarily asking for help, but fire seems to be their weakness.
So these guys are largely following us in a bit of a column, right?
Swarming around you.
Oh, okay.
And I can't see them just going. All right, last roll.
$18.
15.
Brother.
And Rihanna?
9, and I'm almost down, by the way, guys.
Okay. Oh, I got to roll for justice. Hang on. He gets an 18.
If I may
E?
I cast Polymorph on Riona?
Absolutely.
Giant red panda.
I have the stats for that too.
Yeah, you should.
I was
So
hoping you did.
let's see. You've turned into a horse, a giant red panda, regular bear, and a
I'm
giant
waiting
ice
for-
spider.
Yeah, I'm waiting for permission to turn into an owlbear.
So
yeah, so
Monstrosity!
since I've got my footing a lot better this time,
yes,
still hitting them with one last blast of burning hands, but I'm going to take it up a level.
all right, go for it.
That's- Still dexterity 16.
Well, it doesn't matter. I got a 6 again.
Okay. It's just we're doing 4d6 damage instead of 3d6 damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's 28 points of damage to them.
Okay. So as you guys are scrambling and as you've let the fog, did you say it moves with you or
No,
it
we
has stayed?
passed it.
Okay, so you're out of the fog. Through all the bumbling and stumbling, everybody except Riona seems to like completely continue their stride. Torsten, you start blasting them with fire as much as you can. It reduces their numbers down. But once you all finally get close to the Black River, the smaller swarm seems to pull up short, almost like a wall, and circle in on itself again and goes away. As you can feel a couple of things. One, the ice is no longer your feet. It is instead a black, coarse sand that it acts as dry sand, but very loose, and your feet and your boots go in up to the ankles as you're trying to slog through it. The air is warmer here. Not much warmer, still very cold, but at least here you won't gain levels of exhaustion. And you feel a drag, like the weight of the world has just settled on your shoulders.
Am I a red panda or am I a human?
You're a red panda.
I'm a red panda. Okay.
Giant red panda.
Giant red panda. I'm sniffing around.
Okay. So you smell decay, salt. You smell blood. You smell a lot of rust. Just a very acidic smell.
How far away from the river?
I'd say probably 20 feet.
Riona, take 12 points of healing.
I'm a panda. Don't bother. I
I
got full health as a panda.
Riona doesn't have full health.
But I'm in a panda form, so you would just be healing a panda that's already healed. So once I'm out of a panda form, totally do it. But there's no point doing it right now.
Okay.
I think Torsten would know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the river and I'm just gonna sniff around and see if I can sense demons, fiends, or anything like that, and just if this is the pull I felt.
Oh yeah, it's the pull. Even in your red panda form, you can feel this is very infused with demon ichor.
Poofy. Just very poofy, guys. Just
What is it, girl? What's the matter?
I can't drop polymorph.
Did Timmy fall in the river?
Go over there and just look at you.
Bop.
Bop, bop,
Yeah.
bop. Bop, 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 bop.
Hey, kiddo. Hey.
It's okay. It's a fun little game we've seen to play around here. It's called Beat the Gnome.
It's like whack-a-mole.
What's whack-a-mole?
It's where you go on a field if you got a mole infestation, you've got a mallet.
I dropped polymorph.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Don't touch it. It's straight demon ichor,
Oh,
but it made me draw here, so I'm wondering if it leads to another portal.
anybody know? Sorry, I gotta. Oh
This is what grosses you out? I've seen so much worse.
no, it's the smell. Mm. So
Druid, craft some flowers.
yeah, that's sweet. Mm. Anybody know what this lovely landscape is?
Do you? Are we going to learn a lesson here?
Well, I was hoping I wouldn't have to, but if do you not know?
No.
Wow, all those books. Okay, so if this is what I think it is, uh, don't go in the water. Yeah, don't go in the water. Don't go near
I
the
would
water.
think the
Don't-
black smelly water would keep me at bay well enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So this sand that we're on, um, it's worth a lot of money. If any of you want to fill your pouches.
You know, we're actually not driven by money.
I'm
Rusty
trying to.
takes out the black cloth. puts
I'm
it
just sitting here
back.
like, God.
I'm trying to quit that stuff too. But what you got there, Rusty? What you got, boy?
Wait, what is it?
Where are we?
Well, if we are still in hell, this is most dangerous and safe place to probably make a camp if you guys want to relax for a
already-
minute.
We already camped. We're not relaxing. We need to get home.
I'm kind of hurt.
So, some of us need more than 4 hours to
Yeah, well, I'm
Be
bleeding
rested.
out as I'm standing there talking.
uh now you get
Now
12
you get it.
points of now you get 12 points of healing.
How
I
big is
I don't even look at you when I do it. I just wave my hand in your direction.
how far across is this river?
40, 45.
Is this the river I'm thinking of?
It's a pretty famous river.
I pull out my blue book. There's a mention of, I don't know, an iceberg that flows around in a certain river by times.
He kind of looks downstream, looks upstream. Good point. Up to you. You seem to be the leader of this group. So
No.
That's correct.
The owlbear.
I picture Harry's exact expression as
Yeah.
what Scrag did. Like, what?
Mhm.
No.
So, are we saying that this is the River Styx?
Yeah.
So all we need is 2 gold coins to get across.
Yeah. Funny. It I don't know
That's
what
your
level
books
we're
taught
on.
me.
Yeah, sure. Some of the levels of hell, yeah, absolutely. But there's okay, so some of the books I didn't give you because I thought they might give you nightmares. I just didn't want a crying redheaded little sopping mess for hours on end, and daddy needed his sleep, right? So I kind of spared you some of those details. There are some levels that it's like, yeah, just 2 gold coins. I think they called them drachma, some foreign land. But yeah, 2 of them, and you'd get a boat ride. I don't know where the boat would be. Obviously not here. But other boat people, they charge a lot more and don't always take you where you want to go.
Justin.
Yeah.
How much would I know about the river Styx?
You've studied your book a bit. You also came from a college.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The river Styx only flows through 2 levels of hell. Avernus and Stygia.
It actually flows through all levels according to Greyhawk mythos.
Okay, different mythos. That's what I was checking.
Yeah.
Why don't we just sit here and heal and, I guess, try to figure out what's next? That's all I can think about. Is
Good idea.
not exactly helpful here.
Rusty, do you have another 8-hour timer on you, buddy?
It's a ritual. I can cast it all day.
Good. It would keep us safe. I'm
Give me a chance to
I'm gonna
sleep.
go walk up the river real quick, guys. You guys do your thing.
Hey, mind if I go with you, Riri?
Sure. And I cast Pass Without a Trace on me and him as we walk.
Okay. So, Rusty, are you putting up another dome?
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Scrack.
I need a long rest. Those things really hit hard.
Yeah.
Oh
they do.
yeah. Even with his 12 hit points, Riona's still pretty bloody, but she's not. I'm just gonna keep walking and go scout up the head of the river, see if I can see anything.
Okay. Torsten, you relaxing?
Yes, I need a long rest as well.
Okay. So you see Justice kind of limp after you a little bit, twirling the butter knife in his fingers.
How hurt are you?
I've been worse.
Same.
Got lucky. Yeah, I saw them take out an elk once. It ran and ran and ran. Eventually it just stopped running and stood there while they consumed it. But hey, good news for me and my group, because we got out of there.
Yep. Good news for your group.
Yeah. I had a group of traveling companions for a while.
Max told me.
What else
Well,
did Max?
for the most part, he told me.
Did he tell you how we sprung him from a dungeon?
After some crazy woman cut off all his parts, yeah.
Yeah. He didn't want to go.
No, he didn't.
Have you seen his house?
I've been in both houses, the old one and the new one.
He hasn't. Oh.
I don't think he knew you were down there for 21 years.
Well,
Or he did, and he's an ass. Well, I mean, he is an ass.
Well, he's a well-meaning old guy, a little nuts. But yeah, he did you see that stained glass window? Yeah, that's he needs some therapy.
I need some therapy.
He kind of sidles up next to you and he's puts his arm around you and gives you a little squeeze, immediately drops.
When we get back,
yeah,
I don't ever want to see you again.
That's kind of harsh. We just got back together.
I saved you, but you didn't save me.
Well, give me a minute. I can try. Oh, I meant to ask you. Sorry. Um, while you've been running around, and you met your mom, uh, um, at least I hope it was your mom. Maybe not.
Was
I don't mean maybe it wasn't your mom. I
insane
mean,
and wanted to kill you.
yeah. Uh, she got a little weird before she left. Um,
In
she
her
really did.
memory, you stole me from her and she turned into a crazy person after Busby said that you poisoned her.
Wow. Not how I remember it, but okay. For now, let's go with that. So, th- did you uh, say anything about like how to reverse like what was going on?
She just said to find you.
Okay. I've been working on it. Really have. Had some leads for a while. Then I kind of got sidetracked with literally the end of the world. Uh, yeah. Um, you know what? It's probably best, kiddo. Uh, if you don't want me around, I can fully understand. I mean, I was one way, and then you saw me like this, and then he just does this, and he turns back into the guy you remember as your dad. And I was this for a while, and then he turns into a woman, and then he turns into another old man, and then he turns into a really young, chiseled, blonde coiffed hair guy. And he's like, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. He does this, and he goes back to the way he was. Uh, I'm a little much, and I don't blame you.
I take his hand. When I said I don't ever want to see you again, is I don't want to see that man you pretended to be.
Oh,
I want to see you. The guy I thought was my imaginary friend and that would wander around the house at night thinking I didn't see him. I'm not stupid. I knew something was off and I knew I didn't have an imaginary friend, even if you said it was.
he kind of slumps a little bit. Still remember that, huh?
I'm maybe not the most intelligent person in the world, but I'm very observant.
Hey, you're smart.
No,
I mean, you
it took
found me, right?
It took me 3 weeks to find you because of this stupid
3
compass. And I
weeks
pull up.
out of the whole world, you found me. Like that's pretty awesome, kid. Hey, what do you think of these guys that you're traveling with?
I think I would die for them, just like they would die for me.
Would they?
You're in luck.
It pushes me into the river.
Sploosh.
I am waiting for the betrayal, just putting it out there.
I've done that to you twice before.
3 times the charm.
3 times. But yeah, he kind of for the first time in a long time, he stops the constant movement and scratching, and he's very still as he closes his eyes, takes a deep breath.
Torsten, do you like
Yes.
jokes?
Not anymore. And I roll over and go to sleep.
Hey, Scrack, if you have a green Dragon Ball in one hand and another green Dragon Ball in the other, do you know what you have? 2 hands! I don't care. That's funny.
She's just going to look at him as he's calm.
I roll
And then I'm gonna
over
look
and
around.
Go back to sleep.
Haskar would have laughed.
What do you do? So Justice looks at you, kind of looks back towards the bubble, looks back, and you see he's very tall, broad-shouldered. He shrinks down a little bit till he's eye to eye with you. Skin pale white, milky eyes, white short cropped hair, patchy in places. You can tell he cuts it himself.
There you are.
Yeah.
You need a haircut.
You ever want something so bad and you know you're never gonna get it?
I thought that was going to be finding you, but I found you. One thing I'm learning is to try to not give up hope, even though I don't think we're ever going to get back.
He shakes himself and goes back to his justice persona. He's like, yeah, well, kid, thing is, we got to find our way back because I don't want to stay here any more than I have to.
What did you want?
Well, I wanted to fix your mom. I figured that'd go a long way to show her that I really do care about her. She never believed me, but I mean, if she's not into me after the 15 years we traveled together and finding you exploding out of her like that, which is really a story that
I hug him to shut him up.
Okay.
Stop talking.
You know what? I'm just gonna take a little dip into the river Styx so I can forget this conversation. We're good.
Nope.
Okay.
I let go.
Thank you. Oh man.
You know, for a guy who doesn't like physical affection, how did I become so affectionate and loving and hugging? I really don't understand.
I blame the llamas. They always made me itchy. Anyway. So how about we go get some rest, heal up, and tackle hell in the morning.
Sure. Why not?
Awesome. Oh, hey, one thing that you need to remember, aside from don't go in the water, don't drink from the water, don't cross the water, is there's people and all their belongings and monsters like in the sand, not alive anymore, but if you got one of those little, if you can like, I don't know what your powers are, but if you can find something in the sand, might take a look, might help. Could use some new clothes or a coat.
I pull out my leather armor. Would this fit you?
Why aren't you wearing that?
Rusty told me to take it off and I never put it back on.
Oh, you should probably put it back on.
I put boots on for you. Is that enough?
I know I'm not the greatest dad, but I kind of adopted you and care about you. So why don't you gird your loins a little bit for me and let's go back. Oh, wait. He starts patting himself down. I don't have any of my stuff. Okay. All right, cool. You think Torsten will make some more of that, like, mushroom tasting?
Did you want some good berries?
Berries, mushrooms. It's just, I'm gonna have the craps for weeks if I keep eating this.
Come on, Justice. Let's go back.
After you, kiddo. And as you make your way back, the sun doesn't set, the cold doesn't flare up or get any worse. It is very cold, and a coat would be nice at this point, but we'll save that for what, 3 weeks from now?
Yeah.
And we want you guys to know that even though we're going to be gone for a short time, it doesn't mean we love you any less, and we'll always be thinking about you.
Bleh.
Good night, everybody.
See you in a couple of weeks. I'm going on vacation.
Bye, guys.